Welcome, everybody, to another episode of the H3 Podcast Live. Today, we have an amazing show. I usually say that, but today it's truer than ever, okay? You guys remember him for the last episode. Eric from Internet Comment Etiquette
What's up, boys?
is rejoining us with a new segment, Eric's Conspiracy Closet.
That's right.
Very excited. That's going to be later. We're going to be talking about Flat Earth and all of the wonderful believers and proponents of it.
Yeah.
A little bit later, we have Dan. What do we call it? What was our name for it?
News Den.
The Send Me Nudes. Send Me Nudes.
Den.
Dan, Send Me Nudes. We'll be doing the news again a little bit later after that. We're here with Hila, of course. But here's where shit gets weird and wild. Did I not give you enough time? Here, Hila. But here's where shit gets weird and wild. Hugh Mungus is here from Seattle. The legend came to LA to join us for the specific reason of joining us here on the podcast. I'm honored. I'm blessed. It's a treat to have you here, Rudy. Thanks for coming out and joining us. I'm so excited to have you.
Thank you, Ethan. I'm truly honored myself. I mean, pinch me if I'm not in LA, because I know I'm definitely not in Seattle.
You're not in Seattle.
No, I actually had a Mexican chauffeur pick me up, and I mean, I just felt like I'm right at home. I'm used to the Nordics where I live, and then all of a sudden I'm going, wow, that looks like Junior. Hey, that looks like compadre. Oh, that looks like Ma.
What is there not a lot of Mexicans in Seattle?
Well, there are, but it's where I live. They've slowly started migrating, and so not very many. I'm the original Mexican gardener from Ballard in North Seattle.
The
original
best
Mexican
and original.
gardener from Ballard before they were cool. Now everybody wants a Mexican gardener, and I don't like it because I've got too much competition.
Well, we got your in. We've got your advertising on deck. Rudy's Gardening. What's the name of your company?
It's Pantoja's Garden.
Pantoja's Garden. Now you got
Gotta,
the edge.
I mean to make sure that those people that think I've been brainwashed by the Nordics understand that the Nordics don't brainwash me because they're lutefisk. I mean, if I want to eat the lutefisk, then I could say they brainwashed me. But
you're talking about the inhabitants of Seattle.
Yeah, the lutefisk is a fish. It's a specialty that
That's my people's food.
That's your people food?
Is that how you pronounce it? I always thought it was like
lutefisk.
I do have to say, before we get too deep into this conversation, I just have to give a quick thank you to Adult Swim, who sponsoring this episode, brought to you by them, and the newest season of Rick and Morty out July 30th. Mm-hmm. God bless them. Nature's Box, delicious, wonderful snacks. The Black Tux, slick as heck suits and tuxes. And Vincero's classy, affordable watches. More on that later. I'm supposed to do that at the beginning. But I get so wrapped up in this incredible episode that but we'll talk about that later.
More people will see that ad now that you've got the cold open in there.
Yeah, the cold open's in there, and now let's talk.
Gets them ready.
Yeah. Anyway, can you believe that Adult Swim is paying us to promote Rick and Morty?
What is that?
I can.
We'll talk about it later. It's one of the best shows on television. It's unbelievable. It's so great. But at any rate, you were talking about a fish?
Oh yeah, it was a fish, not the fake Willie that I had in the back of the truck.
Have you tried it? I've never.
It's actually not very good.
That's what I've
I
heard.
mean,
what is this?
But
fermented herring.
Herring, yeah.
Oh, this is what they eat in
pickled
Sweden?
herring. Yeah, it's a.
Are you Nordic?
Well, the social justice warriors seem to think I'm Nordic. They think I'm from the northern part of Norway, and because there are brown Norwegians in the northern part of Norway, but no.
There's a conspiracy theory that you're from Norway.
That's what
Because they want you to be white.
They want me to be, and last time I checked, I'm not. I won't go any farther than that. I mean, there's a lady in the house.
What is your background?
It's Mexican American. My grandparents are from Mexico. And my mom, on my mom's side, I got the German and the Native American.
Wow.
And it was always funny. We'd be around our grandma, who was dark skinned. I got my mom's eyes, grandma's eyes, and I tell you, my grandma used to be called different names back in the 60s and 70s. And she would throw a fit. Oh, my God.
Wait, your grandma was what ethnicity?
Native American.
Okay.
And she was dark. and Grandpa was this tall German guy, and she would get called different. We don't serve people look like you. And she says she's like yay tall, like 5 feet, 6 feet, 5 foot tall, and she would just snap. She'd say, "What'd you say? What'd you say?" So, I'll kick your, you know, I don't want to swear because I know
swear.
the kids.
Yeah,
the kids, I don't want to. Well, you know, they
Fuck
kick your
the kids.
kick your.
You know what's funny?
She did swear. Granny was a mouthy piece of work.
I find it pretty interesting that your family actually faced real, like the Native Americans. Talk about a group of people who got absolutely fucked over harder than anyone, and here. They're like they want you to be Swede or like Norwegian.
Well, it's because I'm educated, and our grandma on the Mexican side, she'd always say, "English around the babies, no español, no español," and she was really adamant about it. And our aunts and uncles would be speaking Spanish. She'd cut them off and say, "Education, education, English." So, in high school, I took Japanese.
Adios de Muscat.
Oh, yeah. Ich ni san chico roxy chachku. Not you. That's 10 in
that
Japanese.
Was kawaii as fuck.
You know, that's Nihongo, Japanese.
Wait, we all thought that Hugh Mungus was totally adorable, but now you're kawaii to new levels. Do you know what kawaii is?
What's that?
It's adorable.
Oh, kawaii.
Oh my God! I didn't have that accent right.
I can already see the fan art becoming
Os.
I love it. You're truly Mr. International.
Well, I try to be. You know, but people go to me, "Why don't you go to Mexico?" I said, "Well, my in-laws on the Michoacan Restaurante right there in Crown Hill. If I go there, that's Mexico. Why don't you go to Greece? Well, Taki's mad Greek. And they're Greek. And they have the belly dancers on Friday nights, and I go rolling in. "Oh, Rudy, sit down and have some dry roll and some lamb." And I'm sitting there, and then and it's just killer. I mean, just how exciting.
Why isn't this podcast there? This place sounds
We should be in
amazing.
Seattle. How do you like Seattle? Like, everyone who's been there tells me it's such an incredible place.
It's absolutely incredible place. There's 30 minutes from the mountains, right next to the water. The only problem is we've got a lot of outsiders coming in and telling somebody like me who's 53 years old that grew up in Seattle how to act and behave. And especially when it was, I swear to God, I have to make this clear. That 30-something-year-old female that jumped my ass at City Hall, she, I'm not saying her name, she jumped my ass, and she needed to know respect for the elders. I mean, I would not do that to her, but where she came off, I had everything in my power not to call her.
Well, you handled yourself with grace. But I want to get into that. I find that whole thing really interesting. You grew up in Seattle. You were there your whole life pretty much, right?
Yeah, yes.
And so these people like Zarna, can we say her name?
Yeah.
So like spooky. They're gonna fly in here on a broomstick like in Harry Potter or some shit, like Lord Voldemort.
Is that how she came to Seattle?
It may be.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
but you're saying they came. Like, do you know where she's from? How long she was there?
You know, I don't know. I'd never seen her. I had to look up social justice warrior. I mean, that's how dumb I was. I mean, so I look up social justice warrior. Go, oh, what's that? She's what? I mean, I had to actually figure this stuff out with a flip phone. So anyway, I mean, I had the flip phone. I mean, I was like, I didn't even see any videos until like a week later. And that day that I left, it was already on CBS radio, and I hadn't heard that either. I'm asking what's going on, and then I get a call from the Yemens, the Arabs in Buffalo. "Hey, Root Dog, man, you're famous." I said, "What are you talking about?" He said, "World Star Hip Hop, man. World Star Hip Hop." I said, "What's that?" "I'll send you a link." And so I got this looking at my flip phone, and I'm going, "Well, I got something, but I'm not sure how to turn it on." Now I do. Hugh Mungus forced me to change in so many ways. It was a gift. How I came here, it was a gift. I don't even question it.
Well, one of my questions for you too is like you've become like the legend of Hugh Mungus, and I'm really curious how like that becoming like that new person of like Hugh Mungus has affected your life, because I've seen like on our subreddit You're participating in like school plays. They're making school plays about you. You're running for city council, and you're almost like this mythical figure. It seems like around Seattle. And I'm really curious, how much did this whole ordeal change your life?
I think when it hit me right away, it goes back to the 90s when we stuck fake Willie and the Ballard locks to scare the sea lions.
It goes all the way back to that.
Because it goes to late 90s.
That's when the legend was born.
Yeah, it was. New York Times called me Seattle civic prankster, and
by the way, if you guys don't know what he's talking about, there was an image of you with a giant killer whale in the back of your truck, and you were trying to like pawn it.
It was
because you had medical bills, and that's why we made the whole fundraiser.
Right. It was. I was desperate to make sure that this medical was paid, at least my insurance, and I wanted to pay it like 2 or 3 months in advance to allow my hip to heal. And so I put it in the back of the truck, driving it around, doing yard service, leaf blowing and stuff. And I had offered $500, and I wasn't going to give it up for $5. I could go hawk my blower. You know, I mean, forget that. I'm not going to, pawn off my tools. I need my tools, and I'm not going to give away the people's whale for $500.
The people's whale.
It's the people's whale.
Love that.
And so now that
it's worth. I'd sell the people's whale for $1,000.
I was going anywhere from 35 to 5, and I didn't get any.
Did you get anywhere close?
I was close. I got
really.
Like,
what was the most offer?
2,500.
For who was going to buy it? I'm curious.
There was talk about sticking it on top of a casino sign.
Wow.
And I go, well, fake Willie is not. He's not a gambling type. You know what? That wouldn't be the best.
This is the people's whale.
What happened with it?
And she is now. It's a female orca.
Oh.
She's now at the Ballard Locks in Seattle, and she's on display with the history of how she came from Scotland to Seattle, and how the local KISW rock and roll listeners donated to the fund to bring this well and stick it in the Ballard Locks to use as a scarecrow, and we were calling it People Interested Saving Steelhead Sea Lions at the Ballard Locks.
Oh, my God.
That's an acronym for something that was not very popular at the time.
What was the acronym stand for? I can't do the math.
Piss at the Locks. One last shot before you shoot.
Piss at the logs.
At the locks. Ballard Locks.
Wow.
And if we were going, give one last shot before you shoot, and the PTA moms just went ballistic. Oh, you need to take that down. So we did a vote on the air with the KISW rock and roll listeners, Bob Rivers, Twisted Radio, and we go, what do you think? Screw those politicians. You know what? The name stands. We support people interested. So we took a Democratic vote in the state. And so that's the history of it. And
did it pass? Did the name remain?
Yeah. The listeners it was overwhelming. And so I called up the council members down at City Hall, and I said, I just want you to know that you were outvoted and the name stands.
People's Will stands.
That stands. People interested.
Sounds like you're just you're like a Seattle troll.
Well, I just troll around. That's a gardener. Gardeners.
The legend was born. I can definitely see how the legend was born.
And since then, being the local gardener, it's been called Como Chili, Rude Dog. The ladies would go, oh, Rude Dog, you want to go play some golf?
This
is the moms. The moms. It's actually funnier than stuff.
And they say that?
Oh, yeah. Oh, Rude Dog. Oh.
I cannot imagine that.
That goes out the window.
I
know. I'm in the pickup truck, and it just that was something that's happened over the years. And but this Hugh Mungus thing, it was a slip of the tongue. The smirk. If you only knew what I was thinking in my head on the smirk, I had to stop.
What was it? Let's get in the mind.
Well, I was thinking H.M. Teets.
H.M. Teets?
Mm-hmm. My name is H.M. Hugh M. Teets.
Hugh M. Teets.
But what happened is...
Wait, what does that mean?
So I cut out the teats and put Mungus slipped out of my mouth instead of going H.M.
But what was it supposed to be?
It was supposed to be Hugh Mungus Teets.
Oh, humongous teats. That's still not that bad.
But I didn't say it. I was gonna. But I see. I was. When I said it, and I backed off, and I get the smirk. And I said, "Don't say it," because she's just like, this is a domestic dispute. Seriously, looking ready to go to have a conniption fit gone tizzy bad. And so I was just thinking about my hip, walking out that door, getting down the stairs, getting away from this young woman. And boy, then she kept egging me on.
Well, she was looking, this is what they do, these social justice warriors. They go in there and they're looking for any morsel of outrage they can find. And it almost doesn't even matter what you would have said.
I don't think so.
They're looking. They're like sifting for gold nuggets, and they just found something to latch onto, and you happen to be that.
Yeah, you could have said Rudy.
My name's Rudy.
Yeah. What does that mean? What does that?
What's a Rudy?
What in the world?
Yeah.
Oh boy, then she would have been at my mom's house, giving her haranguing and stuff, and then get mom involved and those women on her block. Not very supportive as a young lady. They would not be very supportive. They'd be
the immediate aftermath was not these guys. It was I'm like catching up a little bit. I think I'm a little caught up. But.
I think the initial video of your confrontation. I just had a stroke. Confrontation. Pardon me. Was what blew up on the internet. Right. It was huge on Reddit and everything, and a lot of people were talking about it. Like, look at this insane lady harassing this guy.
And she posted it.
She posted it on her Facebook page.
Gotcha.
And then everyone was like, "What the fuck is wrong with you? Why would you promote this? It makes you look insane." And she erased it, and then someone ripped it from Facebook, put it on YouTube, and then the rest is history.
But at first, you got hate, right?
Well, I did.
From her group.
From her, what was interesting is that she did. Any time being a public figure or running for office, you usually get the hate. It's a social norm to get the haters. I mean, they'll call you up or they'll walk by you, spit on you, or sneeze on you on purpose.
You've never been spit on, have you?
And then,
really?
not over this, but it happens. Taking a stance in Seattle, in the crazy nutheads. And they're on both sides. I mean, It's not one side. One side. It's not. It's both sides.
Absolutely.
And it's Rudy in the middle, and I like my little place where I am, being the gardener. But
initially, the reaction before it hit the internet was that Zarna and her friends posted it in their community to be like, look at this fucking guy who sexually harassed me, and the police kicked me out. So at first it was all hate on you.
Oh, totally.
Did you feel that before everyone was like, wait, hold on? This is backwards.
See, what I did is I actually took a complaint to the Office of Civil Rights.
You did?
To the ACLU. And I had my Arab friends from the Arab community that wanted me to get an attorney to sue her because they were really pissed off.
Well, you shouldn't be able to just accuse someone like that.
And they were calling it slanderous. And then when she started the anti-immigrant stuff, she didn't realize that there are people that come from outside of the country that live here now that ask me to take their kids and get them enrolled in Seattle Public Schools or help their mom or their elders with medical and stuff like that. I don't have a problem doing that. I'm a gardener, flexible. And had no idea that I was a single dad. And she didn't have any idea that because I speak fluent English and I sound American, that I was Hispanic. And she tried to rip me. She tried to rip me down for anything and everything.
And she was wrong.
She couldn't.
And that was one of my favorite parts about that interaction, was that she's like, oh, are you like? We saw recently the footage from inside the council, which I want to watch with you because we recently made a video about it. But dissecting the way they attacked you is really fascinating because at first they're like, oh, you're white. And then you're like, no, I'm not white. And so that doesn't make them feel like, oh, maybe I was wrong. They go, oh, then you're a token Hispanic. You're not white, but you're a token Hispanic. And it's like, and then it's like, well, why do you want more police? And you're like, well, they help my daughter. It's like you have a legitimate answer to all their hit job questions. And it's like their intention is so clear because it never makes them reconsider. It just makes them go full force more.
And there's so many of us in the Hispanic community that do call the police when we need a problem because that's the right thing to do. We're not afraid of law enforcement. And the other thing is when people like her organization calls me a token for the whites, and I'm Hispanic, what it does is it dumbs down our kids because I'm telling the kids, hey, education, if you can't read, you can't do the math, you can't do the science, you can't get a job, and no money, no honey. Oh, we love that, Rudy. We love that, Mungus. That's good. I said, if you want the honey and you want the money, learn to read, do the math, and do the science. Listen to your teachers and your parents, and have fun.
So what is it that by labeling you as a token, token Hispanic, how does it undermine that?
She can't. I mean, it's just her own opinion, and her little groupies over here that try to push it, and they try to push it on everybody across the board. And and it's hard to stand up to them because they'll go as far as to want to boycott a business or ripping the family members,
label you a sexual assaulter.
And thank God that I have enough diversity around me that knows who I am. I mean, if I did something wrong, I would have arrest me, hold me accountable. But this case, she was off her nut, crazy, and I don't mean anything hard will or mean spirited toward her. But she could probably use a diversity training for herself in learning about others. And if she's going to practice what you preach, sister, the most important thing is she did have some legitimate things to talk about when it comes to women issues, and I understand them.
Right.
It's a no-brainer, but you can't shove it down my throat and say that I don't care.
Well, not in the way she did. That's not how you have a debate. But when they were there presenting their case at the city council, they're like, we don't think that we should spend $200 million on a police station. We can spend this money in a better way, which is that's a valid point.
Mm-hmm. And I agree. I actually agree with that. I did, when I went there, it wasn't primarily for the precinct. I just happened to show up and had to do with the precinct. We'd been talking about it, but that number skyrocketed versus what it was before because of special interest wanting. It was like maybe right around $80 million in the beginning, $90 million. And then other special interests wanted a community club and a community room and stick grass on top, and then a place where they can work out with the cops. Yeah. And that particular corridor is known for prostitution and heroin and drugs and trafficking women. And
you guys weren't even necessarily even in disagreement.
In some aspects, she was there for her reason. I was there to thank the North Precinct, and I had no idea there was a protest.
Interesting.
I just showed up to a protest.
You walked into a freaking.
And then I look at because I actually was ready to leave. I was going to take off because I didn't want to have kind of a ship stir happen in that. Mm-hmm. And I saw I was like 13th on the list, and I go, well, I'll just hang.
Oh, you were 13th on the list.
I was like 13th on the list, so I can hang. So I sat amongst them in the beginning. And I had a council staffer come up to me and shake my hand and say, "How's your daughter?" And the council staffer knew why I was there. And then when it came time to look at my interest, they all bailed on me. I couldn't even get the video from them. I had to look it up. Yeah, because I hadn't seen city council wouldn't.
Why do you suppose that is?
They didn't. I don't think they wanted it to get out.
It got out finally.
Yeah.
And it was fascinating.
It was because there were two sides that happened before that exchange. And even the exchange before I went on with Como News Television, she was harassing me and myself and the reporter from Como ABC. And I said, "Miss, back off. I'll talk to you after." I told her, "Please back off."
Yeah.
Because and then she had her camera right in. But anyway, I have to think. I really swear. I think the kids that saw that video were the ones in Seattle, across the country, and around the world stood up for me when my own city hall abandoned me in favor of something that was truly injustice and wrong. I mean, nobody has. It's not fair for anybody to go in and try to testify and express themselves in democratic process. It just hacks. I'm going to use the word hack. It hacks me off to no end.
Absolutely.
And I don't kid yourself. I really wanted to call her an F and B, but I didn't. I held off and held back.
It's such a wonderful thing you didn't do that. I think that first of all, I think you would have been justified saying that. But the fact that you didn't really held you up to such a higher level than her, and it's what made the whole battle so symbolic and wonderful. But like what was happening in the city council I was in disbelief when I saw that recent video, because you're just a guy who went to participate in our democratic process, which is something you don't really see in people these days. And the fact that like they don't even listen. They're there for ideological warfare. It's not like a fruitful debate. It's not like a civil society. It's a real symptom of like a disease, I feel like, in our culture, that you try to make a fruitful effort to debate and participate in democracy, and you're faced with that. It's insane.
What I've noticed is it's the same people going to the same meetings, whether it's a council chamber meeting or community meeting. They bum rush them, and then they take over the hearing and don't allow people to speak who may not agree with them.
Wow.
I mean, it happens all the time where we've lost people who have had great ideas to say, I'm going to bag this. I'm sick of it. And we even had several business owners that were boycotted who stepped away from ownership to protect their businesses.
Damn.
And
It's like
and
a
they came
mafia.
after me. They came out. It is. And what's interesting, there are council staffers that hand out the list of different meetings, and it gets sent out shotgun approach through to the different groups, whether it's anarchists or other special interest groups.
Right.
And then we get I've been blacklisted. They've I'm a threat to.
Yeah.
And I mean, come on, I'm a gardener,
Rudy's a
Rudy
threat.
schmucking a truck.
Your picture's just up in like
boy,
a cafe.
oh my
This
god!
man is
Oh my
Give this man
gosh!
coffee.
Running for Seattle City Council and going around the different forum and events. Hey, Hazel, Martha, that man's a sexual harasser.
Yeah.
The Scarlet Letter. The Scarlet Seattle Letter.
I'm all coy. I'm
Rudy with the freaking Shamu in the back of his car, the threat to national security.
Jeez
Being all
Louise.
kawaii on the streets.
No, kawaii.
Kawaii?
How do you say kawaii?
Kawaii.
Kawaii.
I'll never say
Get
it
the
that
accent
way.
right.
I'm not even
please.
going to give you a
Please
second
stop.
chance.
But what do you think's going on with the city council? Because it seems like, in a way, this mafia, it's almost like a mafia of outrage at this point. Are they they're putting so much pressure on them? Do you think they're just don't even want to deal with their insanity? So in a way, they're influencing them. Do you think that they're genuinely influencing them, or it's more an influence of, I don't want to deal with this mafia. I'm scared of this mafia.
Somehow they've gotten entrenched with other special interest, and what we're going to see coming in 2018 is more Seattle shenanigans. And if I was a comic, if I was a comedian,
You are.
I would definitely feed off their agenda, and because there's money to be made off that Seattle City Council just doing different spoofs or twisted
Is
things
it every
within.
time? Stuff like that?
It is insane. I mean, I actually spoke with the chairwoman that was at the meeting that cut me off. Tried to talk to her last week in West Seattle at a forum. I cannot talk to you about this. I'm really busy. And,
I can totally see her saying that.
And you know what? I can't be associated with you because I'm worried about what the others may think, Rudy. I can tell the vibe. Excuse me, but you know what? You're a threat to my campaign. We can't have people like you. I said, you're Hispanic.
You got to get in her face with a camera
That's
and
what
then put
you
it on
need.
World Star Hip Hop.
You need to get in her face and film her and say, if you do not talk to me, I will tell the world you're a sex harasser and you grab my penis.
Sex
I
harasser.
would do
Just
that.
saying. And then
No,
you got to play their game, right?
Well, the following meeting, she showed up. The other lady, the social justice, showed up, and where she got kicked out of the council meeting. She actually got kicked out.
I saw that
And
one too.
She went after that councilwoman, and went after the African American council chairman, the president of the council, and he kicked her out. He had enough, and but there are so many of them that think they can go in and disrespect the process. And I've always been somebody to respect the process. I don't care whether it's public or private. There's two sides. It's not one way.
That's how it works. That's what was so traumatic to watch, that city councilman. You have to respect the process. That's how it works. I mean, I don't know. One side's respecting it, one side's not. They're interrupting you. They're screeching.
Did you want to watch it?
Yeah, I do want to watch.
That sounds like the good or the bad. Isn't that for a few dollars more, a Clint Eastwood movie, that screech?
Screech?
There's a screech in that movie.
I've seen it.
Have you seen it?
No.
I've seen the movie, but the screech doesn't stand out.
The screech where I think Tuco, or what's his name, is Clint leaves him hanging on the tree, and then he shoots the rope off and he falls down to the ground. And then I think there's a screech in there. That's what it reminded me of. I think that's that look I turned around. Because I heard the screech.
I have so many questions about that video. I do want to watch it, but I want to ask. Yeah, you want to watch it now? Mm-hmm. So if you guys don't know what we're talking about,
you gotta turn on the TV.
Yeah, there was basically a new video that came out a couple of weeks ago that hit the internet. I guess you were trying to get it and they wouldn't give it to you. I don't know.
Yeah, they were just. I don't know where you can get the video.
It's crazy because it literally is so one-sided. And to be even completely frank, before I had access to this video, I did wonder what would happen in there because they were so upset. And I was like, I wonder if Rudy made some kind of remark that upset them. I wondered that if there was two sides to the story, because usually there are, and I'm a skeptical person. But getting this footage and seeing it, I was just like completely exonerated in my mind, 100%. Like, man, they are so rude and out of line.
You don't hear half of the stuff that they were saying where I was trying to speak, and I mean, it was pretty. I mean, I'm tough as nails. Nothing like hitting a rock with a weed eater right in the freaking between the eyes.
Has that happened?
Hell yeah! Or hitting cat pies out there in the garden, and that's just a nasty.
What is a pie? Oh, dog shit.
No, not dog. Cat's the worst.
Cat shit.
Oh no, that is just it's worse than human. Worse than dog.
What's so bad about cat shit?
It has just it just sticks for a week. It goes into the skin. It goes into the skin, and then you can taste it coming out of the mouth.
Oh God!
It really is.
Hold on. Let's get into this.
This is just.
So you're talking about you're hitting the lawn with the weed whacker.
Yeah,
and you explode cat shit everywhere. It's like a bomb.
Ugh. It gets right on the nose. It gets right here in the cheek, and it goes through the cheek.
Why
and gum.
is that anything gross always goes like straight for the mouth and the eyes?
Right.
It's like there's like it's got like a mind of its own.
Yeah. Well, Hila's brother has a theory that water is a conscious being, and I wonder if that has anything to do with the shit getting in your mouth.
Yeah, it wants to go back home.
It was like tuckered underneath a leaf on the grass, and I'm going, that looks kind of fishy down there. I'll just screw it. I'll just hit it. Oh no, I should have. And then get it on the lawnmower wheel. That's even worse because it travels with us everywhere we go. I mean, it's just.
You're telling me the cat shit it penetrates your skin and then travels into your mouth. Is that what you're saying?
It'll go through the mucus, through the body.
Your body absorbs it,
and I can actually taste it coming out of my mouth.
Just from it touching
your skin? Just from touching the skin.
That's fucked.
It's like,
we gotta try
like,
yeah, we gotta try
what? Hey, it's like get one of those nicotine patches, It would be something like that.
It's like a cat shit patch.
It's a cat patch.
I wonder if that's a marketable product.
Putty pad cat.
Putty pad cat.
Now on the H3H3 production store.
New merch available, guys.
Putty pads.
Putty pads. Anyway, that was a great tangent. Why are cats such disgusting creatures? I hate cats. I hate their spit. Their piss smells like poison. Have you owned a cat?
I don't own a cat.
Have you ever been around a cat?
I've been. I've been sprayed by them.
Okay, so you know.
I didn't know that. I didn't know. I know now how they.
Their piss smells like chemical warfare.
Yeah, not even their tongues are cool. Their tongues are like spiky hairbrushes.
Yeah,
I slurred that.
Fuck cats.
Fuck cats.
Moving on. So anyway, this is the video we're talking about. This is the epic prequel to Hugh Mungus, the Hugh Mungus journey. Can we hear it in here, Dan? Do I need to turn up the TV?
What?
Oh, okay.
I live in the
All right,
name is Rudy.
Go.
Rudy Pantoja Jr. I live in the North End. Grew up in the North End. We moved here in 1969. Grew up on 109th and Aurora. I am totally for a safe, learning, healthy environment in the North End.
So the North End, you're saying, is a kind of a rough place.
The North End is it's a population that covers over a third of the population of Seattle.
Okay.
Maybe even closer, maybe half.
Wow.
And we're underserved in the North End. And it's
you live there?
I live. Yeah.
Oh, that's your hood.
It's my neighborhood, and I've seen changes over it since the years I've grown up there. And of course I'm going to defend. And we just recently had a young man steal 84-year-old grandma's purse off the street who was a known addict, and everybody's looking for him. And somebody sent me a post from New Jersey about it. Being Hugh Mungus, it's cool. I get this post, and I go, God, I know him. And I send it over, and we know him, and been trying to get him help for a while.
Interesting.
And can't get him help, but but that's the kind of thing I like to do is as I'm gardening, see somebody down, hey, there's services for you. Are you ready for it? F you. Okay, then you're not ready. Go to jail. I mean, that's it. You one or the other. And it's the same way if I came and jacked you up and or Gila up or you up, and because I'm going out to get a fix.
I'd let
you.
Oh,
well, that's, well, you know what, hey, well, you know what, let's forgive him because, it's not his fault. It's all your fault that you happen to be there.
Right.
No. It doesn't work that way.
Well, you're basically moving for more support, more facilities. I mean, there's no precinct in your neighborhood.
We have one little one.
Okay.
And it is outlived its ability to take care of our needs in the North End, and nothing would be it would be a lot better sticking a precinct, maybe definitely not the one that they plan to build. That one is ginormous.
It's like a military base. By
I mean,
the sound
it's
of
just,
it.
but it's just too many special interest people wanting to spend extra dollars that we don't have.
I'm fascinated by the fact that you actually agreed with her on that spending point.
I actually do. I mean, I don't have
but
a
she
problem.
wouldn't fucking shut up enough to actually listen and find that you guys have common ground, like most people do.
No, there's no way. I mean, I don't even think we could have it now because I'm an internal oppressor. I use words that are toward hate against women.
Forgot about the
color.
internal oppression.
Is that what does that mean?
Oh man, there was a whole great.
I had to look that one up too.
Internal or eternal?
Internal.
Internal.
So
internal.
Gosh, I almost don't even remember the definition. We made a whole video about it because she made a response.
Internal oppressor.
Yeah, internal oppression.
It's just about how, like, if I don't think that it's being sexist, I think then like I'm internally oppressed.
Oh, okay.
Is it?
Okay.
Wait, what?
like if
it's subtle oppression.
Like if I'm not offended that you called yourself humongous,
then
there's something wrong with me.
Yeah, right.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
So right. So it's this whole fucked up notion that women who aren't outraged by Rudy's behavior, then they're internally oppressed. So it's like you are being oppressed, you just don't know it.
Yeah.
So she made this whole video calling out to the whole female population, saying you're internally oppressed.
Yeah.
It's like they have amazing mental
maybe
gymnastics.
save that for when it works. Like I'm sure there's examples of that
it
being
is
a thing, you know? Like there's
like,
probably like a, woman who's still a fan of Bill Cosby. There might be a little bit of that going on.
Yeah, maybe.
Then again, he didn't
what
do
she
it,
did is she totally cheapened what truly sexual harassment is,
exactly.
or even somebody that is sexually abused. I mean, it's just.
Absolutely.
I mean, if you're gonna say something, say something legitimate.
Absolutely.
Not over Rudy.
It's
from
in no
Ballard.
way
I mean, that's
applicable
just a bunch of crap.
No, that is such an important point.
And then
too.
you talk to the kids, and when they want to teach the kids this stuff, they're wanting to get into Seattle public schools and teach social justice warriorism. I go, you got to be kidding me! I couldn't believe it. I learned this on the campaign.
Lesson 1, kids: outrage. What is outrage, and when to experience it?
That's all the time. That's when you wear a humongous T-shirt into school the first day of school, and they go, "What is that? You can't wear that, kids."
They got like a big.
You're like the Antichrist. You're gonna be like the Antichrist in their new religion.
Oh man,
Jolly the humongous. He is the enemy.
What was great?
Gardening can no longer be a profession.
I was actually walking down Sepulveda, is how you say it, Sepulveda Boulevard.
Oh, Sepulveda?
Sepulveda. Yeah, I had the same problem when I first moved out here.
So I'm walking down. I'm at the Wing Express. I go walking in, and some young boys, African American, they go, Hugh Mungus, Hugh Mungus, you're my hero, man. And then one of the people behind the counter said, "Are you Hugh Mungus?" I said, "Yeah." And so we're having a group photo. It was kind of cool. They said, Benji said, "Tell Ethan I said hi. He's the man." Little Benji.
Little cool. Benji, what up,
Benji?
God bless him. So, all right, let's continue forth. Where were we?
Pearl Precinct. I believe it's a positive move in our public safety north of the Ship Canal. I have plenty of people that support it, of all different backgrounds in the North End.
Yeah, that's the first wonderful interruption. Where are they?
I couldn't say their names because they would chase them like dogs through the street with they're like vampires going after, suck their blood. You know, what are they? Social justice vampires sucking your blood or something like that.
That's a good point. I didn't even think about that.
Blood-sucking social justice warrior.
Spirit cooking.
I'll run. Well, how do you combat a bat or vampire? Oh,
garlic.
I know, humongous.
Got to put garlic in your pockets.
Garlic?
Throw it at them.
I'll try that the next time I hear some
Just
garlic.
As long as it's got a lot of GMOs in it.
Lots of GMOs,
Yeah.
especially.
Filled with GMOs.
Yeah. Just
Hey, no violence.
Massive bulbs of garlic.
No.
Oh, yeah.
I'm here.
No interrupting the other speakers, please.
I want to say this, I want to thank the North Precinct for getting my heroin-addicted daughter off the street and availing her an opportunity to get well. She's Latino.
Ooh, that part really fucked me off.
Yeah.
I bit my tongue.
It's so insulting. And also, like, you're talking about your daughter who had real trouble in life, and then they take that opportunity to attack you. It's like they have no boundary.
Well, she did say, what did it, when I spoke to her about it, she did say, what does white have anything to do with addiction?
Yeah.
It's all communities have addictions.
Right.
And so, I mean, if somebody has an addiction, let's help get them off the streets.
Right.
Regardless. I mean, it doesn't matter. I mean, addiction is addiction, and that's how I look at it, too. I mean, I think that's a very brilliant point on her perspective, being with friends that are...
Wait, who said that?
My daughter. I said, what is white? Hey, Dad, what
After
is white?
watching this.
What does white have to do with anything? Addiction is in all communities. And I said, yeah, I know. And so...
It's funny because they're the ones that are so obsessed with race in a way that
it's ridiculous. I mean, I have a hard time listening to them because they've cheapened it, and they've made excuses for our young to not try to achieve in school because of legitimate, true, maybe social justice issues. But in Seattle, we all work together. We support one another. But there are certain people that are dickheads. We always have dickheads. And the way you call them, get rid of dickhead is call them a dickhead and shut the fuck up. We don't need to hear your stupid dumbass Weasley something. The kids, you know what? Listen to your parents and do good in school.
So how do you think they're undermining, like, what is it about their message that's undermining, like, the system's ability to raise kids or teach kids? Like, what are they telling them?
I personally really believe that the way it comes across to me is, hi, I'm an American and I live in Seattle. It's like I don't want to admit I'm an American in Seattle because that's like almost become the hate to say, hi, I'm an American. I love my country. Oh, you love your country. Oh, you must love Donald Trump then. Well, Trump wasn't even in office when I got in the shenanigans with the social justice warrior.
Yeah.
I mean, he had nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
It was, but that's the thing. That's the scary part of some of the message that is being sent out. And I appreciate immigration coming into the country, but there's a right way and there's a wrong way. And many of my peers and associates always have gone through the process to become American citizens, whether they're from Yemen, or from Mexico, or from Canada, or overseas. I mean, it's just there's a right way and a wrong way, and
but it's this idea that you can't like It is something to that where it's like you can't be proud, not proud, but like you said, you can't even be like, I'm an American. I'm just like a dude. I'm a cis male. I'm a cis white male.
My mom put
Somebody
a flag
slapped
up on this past holiday, and I think there was one other one at the end of the block. And she goes, we used to have flags up and down our street all the time. American flags, yeah. And so that's another thing that is, did you see who put a flag up in front of their yard? It's like,
really? That's like an offense?
It's like it's become in Seattle. It really is crazy. Wow. Anybody that says it's not true, many of us know it is true. And you definitely do not say you're a Republican in Seattle because that is just get your head cut. Oh, yeah. that is the hate. That's even worse. That's the hate of all hate.
I honestly feel like I'm not a Republican, but I feel like the dialogue today, I think it probably was really embodied where you're coming from, of this team mentality of like either you're with us or you're against us, and there's this symbol of like you and Zarna, like you both kind of agreed in the middle somewhere, but there was no understanding. There was no effort to like meet that and find that compromise. And I feel like on the left and on the right, both parties are just absolutely off the edge.
And what I made clear is I supported the pregnant women in recovery programs like at Ballard Swedish that helps women get off opiates and drugs and alcohol so that they have a clean childbirth. And I go every week to a couple of different meetings where there's pregnant women, and we built this camaraderie. I've built a camaraderie with them, and I come across as a dirtbag male addict.
I'm feeling you're going to get sainted. You've
and
described
so no, but what I will not do is get involved with those pregnant women's lives and become dad. I know better than that. I'm grandpa. You drop the kid off. Okay, come pick him up. That's it's like dog sitting.
Right.
But no, not like dog sitting. But I have my Duchess. I have a Shih Tzu that I've taken care of for the past 7 years. And it's been my anti-pregnancy tool, because if I can't take care of a dog, how am I going to take care of a child? And so that's been my resistance to having more children. So
I can't even keep a plant alive.
Yeah, so that's been good. But no, it's really women that are homeless with children, support that. There's seniors and a variety of different other services and programs, mental health services. She can't come after me unless she knows me. If I did something that was hatred towards somebody, call me out on it. But don't judge me before you get to know me, just because the way I look or the way I speak.
Well, yeah, she's like, oh, you're white. I know everything about you. And you're like, I'm not white. You're like, oh, you're
Seattle Public Schools, educated. Don't blame me. Don't blame the whites. Blame your school system, because I'm smart, because I can read, I can math, and I can get a honey. I'm gardening
that's
still.
Really
you know what? I mean, really, seriously. I mean, I cannot, without, Zarna actually was kind of a gift from God, because, I mean, Hugh Mungus.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, what is a humongous? I mean, humongous, change the word humongous to this. I mean,
you
cool.
Changed humongous.
I changed humongous, or just by the fact she put it on that Facebook and thought it called me the villain. And it has been used for bullying in Seattle Public Schools in some of our anti-bullying.
I think even beyond the politics of it, it's just like the best justice boner ever, which everybody loves, of just saying like justice come. And I think that the whole saga of her trying to paint you as the villain, then somebody stealing it and putting it on YouTube and everyone being like, no, fuck you. And your whole story of like how everything's worked out for you as a result is just like a fairy tale. It's a humongous fairy tale. Yeah. It needs to be a kid's book.
You're an SJW landmine.
Absolutely.
Just didn't work out.
Dude, the Harry Potter comes back. You're the one that survived.
Aren't I 4 miles away from the Harry Potter Park.
Harry Potter Universal. Yeah, it's pretty close. You want to go there?
Yeah, I think I might want to go there.
Are you a fan of Harry Potter?
No, but I mean, I could.
It's magical.
Close. You know, I mean, hey, maybe I can be a character. It's
Quite cool looking.
I could be a
it is
character.
Dope. I've been there. It's really
Whoever's
fun.
listening to this podcast, I'll be a character. Let's work a deal. Go through Ethan though.
Just go there dressed
Go
as a
through
wizard.
H3. If you go through H3, that's the agent.
So, guys, yeah, we are looking to cast Rudy in the next Harry Potter prequel called The Amazing Journey of Hugh Mungus, the one who survived.
The only
So
one.
hit me up. So hit me up, Universal. Yeah.
Scar on your head.
All right, let's do. This is the longest playthrough of all time.
Hey, no.
Hey.
Hey.
She's Hispanic, Latino, Chicano. We're proud of our heritage.
Your time is up.
I want to say this right now. I respect you when you speak.
Hey, excuse me.
Can you tell me what did you
Can you
see?
explain what happened
yeah.
there?
How was that noise originated from a human?
What that was, that look is F. A big long F you. That's what it was. I swear to God.
Did you see the sound originate from a person? Because I'm curious, like,
I
how did
believe
they
it was
do
somebody in the back, in the very far
But
back of the
what
room.
is it?
Like a
Is it a
pterodactyl.
cough?
What
Is it,
notion or motion?
were they like gagging, like coughing?
Yeah.
What even is
Just
that noise?
I forgot about
was an oral
but it was a
squeal.
squeal,
Yeah.
and that's what they do at those council chambers. I'm not surprised. I mean,
That's how the
there's
debates
always,
go now. There's no English anymore.
It's
Just
like
a series
going
of squeals.
Let's see. When I went and watched Purple Rain concert, what's his name?
Prince?
Prince. I went and saw Prince back in Seattle back in the days, and I took my girlfriend, and I'm sitting there, and there must have been a gazillion number of screaming girls right in my ear. I had to put. I could barely hear Prince because these little girls were screaming at him.
Right.
And I'm going, oh God, I can. That's what that screech is.
It brought back all those memories.
And it might have been a guy, but it
wasn't.
It was I think it might have been a female.
It was a female social justice warrior mating call. But you
not for me though.
You did not answer the
she
call.
Was,
Not
she
for
was,
you.
You know, I hope
You did not answer the call. Well, you could have made known your intentions to me by going back, and then you guys would have had. Then you'd have more babies on your hands to take care of.
Duchess, don't worry, my Shih Tzu.
So now you
Daddy's coming home.
You know how to respond next time you
Yeah,
hear that
I
in the
know.
wild.
Give him one right back.
There has been several interruptions. I'm gonna allow
You look like you're on the verge of laughing, and like a mix of laughter and disbelief.
him a couple more seconds to wrap up his.
That's where I asked her. Why only a couple more seconds?
You-
That's what I
yeah.
asked her. I asked her the other day in West Seattle at a forum. The woman that is the chair and
Who's talking?
who's talking on the far right side.
Okay, got it.
I just don't have time to talk to you right now, Rudy.
You weren't being rude. You were trying to talk.
I don't have time. And then her campaign manager says, "Oh, I'm sorry. Better luck next time."
Wow.
And
that's
I
pretty
go,
rude.
"Holy shit!" I mean,
Better luck.
and
next
so
time.
the impression, sorry.
and I'm walking out, and they're talking about racial diversity, racial justice, but somehow Rudy from Ballard just does not fit that grid.
They wanted that over.
They
Like,
just
they didn't want that to be happening.
no, and it really did open up a can of worms for that council, and I really do seriously. We're going to have more of it. So anybody that has ideas about comical type relief services, you can definitely go to the Seattle City Council chambers and get some good material.
Lots of fresh memes.
You don't
be
need to just
harvested there.
focus on Trump. You can focus on our Seattle City Council
Okay,
too.
good to know.
You know, I mean, make it fair and balanced.
I'll tell you, people getting pissed off that easily is definitely good for comedians. Every now and then, a good person gets caught in the crossfire.
But it would have to happen
Yeah.
outside of Seattle because in Seattle they're afraid because we're snowflakes.
I want to go
just happen to be-
ungentrify a neighborhood in Seattle.
Just fun.
Take a gentrified neighborhood,
Just like
ungentrify.
just get like a bunch of like fresh over the border like Mexicans.
Yeah, tear
buy
down
them
all the coffee shops.
Just buy a huge property there. Just
Yeah.
make them all live there.
Let people put parking cones down to save spots
Just
again.
spend millions of dollars to ungentrify a neighborhood. All right, let's watch this shit.
Comments. I need you to wrap up your comments though, because I'm trying to stay on time.
What I have to say doesn't matter. It's true. Because I live in, I mean, I really, seriously, what matters is what everybody else has to say. We support this precinct. We think it's an important investment for public safety in the North End.
So here's what I'm really curious about. Like, clearly some shit happened that you were in disbelief about. Like, what happened there?
There were so many comments being made to me in a shotgun fashion that I was trying to block it out. And
people were talking.
Talking, just smack talking.
Okay.
And the chair, Madam Chair, I'll call her Madam Chair, had lost all control of that hearing.
Okay.
And pretty much channeled me out by cutting me off and not giving me additional time. And the stuff I wanted to say, I wasn't able to say, in that the Seattle Police and Snohomish County Sheriff's Department and that Hope Soldiers, that was truly grateful, was the thing that helped me with my adult daughter. And going to the city council in the past, in the mayor's office, they didn't care. They say, well, Rudy, good luck, and I'll say a prayer for you, but you got to let it go. I go, let it go? Isn't there a cartoon? Let it go, snow, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow, snowflake, let it snow. I said, fuck that. I mean, forget that noise. Forget that noise. And so it really energized me to go after and try to do it on my own. And, being a gardener is not a high celebrity status, but I didn't care. I'm going to do everything I can. I actually got sober a month before this hearing. It was a little over a month before, to go find my daughter and work with the system and go through the process to help me get her off the streets. And that I was able to do that. And then the right thing to do was to go to the city council that helps decide the funding for our communities, is to thank the officers, the men and women in uniform, for helping our family. And that's all I went for. I didn't go to hack on social justice or Black Lives. Black Lives Matter had nothing to do with me. In fact, when I was walking out, there were a few African-American guys that came up and said, what'd you say to her? I said, I told her my name is Hugh Mungus. She wanted to tell her, But I mean, I'm going, yeah.
We got to get this guy in a Harry Potter.
I go, I got to get out of here. I got to get out of here. I said, you guys, I'm out of here. I just need to get to that stairway and get to the rail, get downstairs. I get downstairs. I get to the bus. And it's on CBS radio. I don't know if you knew this. I don't know if you can get the footage of this. Dory Monson on Cairo News Radio had the audio that day while I was on the bus heading back to my truck. And
so you were listening back to it on the radio already?
No, I was. My neighbors had come up to me and said, I heard you on Cairo, Dory Monson show. And I said,
of this conversation.
Of this conversation.
Right.
Of the other one, of the original video from Zarna.
Oh, okay.
And so I'm going, what? I was? And I was on the bus going, what the hell just happened there? I'm on the bus and I get back to Ballard. And the next thing is, have you seen your video? And the cops immediately it was on. There was a video being shown on social media or something.
Right.
And it was already on the radio, I think maybe by 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I think I might have left at 12:30. So it was on the radio at 1, that quick. I didn't know anything about it till a few days later.
How did it get there so quick?
I have no idea, because
it's crazy.
It was the craziest thing. And one of the neighbors says, Rudy, couldn't you given her a different name? I said, yeah, if I would have given her my name, would have showed up to your house. Well, we wouldn't want that, Rudy. I've said, of course not. Do you think I'm stupid? And so, it was pretty wild. It was, thank God for the garden, because that was my balance, because everything was hitting me at once.
Pantoya's garden.
Pantoya's garden. And
I got to say, you must be the most famous gardener in the world now.
well, I roll down the truck, Duchess hanging out the other side, the Shih Tzu, listening
Duchess.
to heavy metal rock and roll, Grandpa Rudy. Dun, 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 and then get out of my truck with my new hip, fat as heck, see what hurts first. Okay, grab the weed eater. But what I did do this week is I backed off of the dusty garden to save my pipes for this podcast because I could already see it already coming here.
Oh, wow.
I'm
Well, I appreciate the gesture.
No,
you took a couple days off gardening.
Yeah, and I
Just
took
to
a
stay
few,
fresh.
Claritins.
Nice. Well,
I put my earplugs on the airplane. Had my earplugs to protect my ears.
That's awesome.
So that I come in here and
Oh, it sounds beautiful
You
to me.
sound beautiful. You look beautiful. You're quiet as heck. I think we should let's take a short break. If you need to run to the bathroom or something, I'm going to thank our sponsors.
Yeah.
I'm going to call Ron Howard real quick and pitch the idea of his life story.
If we can get Steven Spielberg or Ron Howard or
Clint
whatever.
Eastwood, maybe.
Rudy Pantoja and the Goblet
get
of
that
Mungus.
Univision. Hey, get those. Hey, we can do the what do you call the where they show where they switch from English to Spanish. The subtitles.
Captions.
Yeah, I can do Univision.
Yeah.
You
For
want
the Mexicans?
Let's get you in the bottom of the
Univision.
screen, like you're like a little figure that stands on the bottom. No, you're bigger than that. We need to get you in Harry Potter.
Yeah,
The Goblet of Mungus.
Yeah. You let a bunch of little beasts loose.
Yeah. We're gonna get you in the big times. You're already there, but we'll see what. All right, so I'm gonna thank our sponsors. You want some water or coffee or go to the bathroom?
Oh, great.
Okay,
Thank
cool.
you.
So, my friends, today's show is brought to you by Rick and Morty.
Yep.
How crazy is that?
What's that?
Rick and Morty is Adult Swim newest and acclaimed season of an excellent cartoon. I feel like everybody must know Rick and Morty by this point. It feels silly even reading the description. It's like so prolific.
Yeah.
It's completely infiltrated like every step of our culture, I feel like. But incidentally created by one of our best friends, Justin Roiland. Mm-hmm. If you guys haven't seen Rick and Morty, it's one of my personal favorite shows, and I think everybody I talk to. It is a cartoon about a sociopathic genius scientist, Rick, and his less intelligent grandson, Morty.
That's really that's the whole fucking description?
I mean, I'm telling you, you can't really say more about it.
They were like,
It's like this crazy mix of, I would say, like Doctor Who and Ren and Stimpy.
That's I see it.
It's a total space romp. It's amazing. And the new season is coming out at long last, July 30th at 11:30. This Sunday, my friends. We should watch the trailer, I guess.
Watch it live. Don't do the TiVo thing.
Rudy's
they want those live
I have no
numbers.
fucking idea what you're talking about.
Turn on the
Let me show you.
TV.
Here, let me show you what I'm talking about.
Has it been on before?
There has been 2 seasons.
There's been 2 seasons. It was like one of the most popular shows on television in the past 2 years. If you go to IMDb, it's like number 3 or something, top rated TV shows. Is there sound? How come the sound always doesn't work? Is the sound?
On my workbench. Morty! Rick, where are you? On my workbench, Morty. Are you invisible and you're gonna fart on me? Flip the pickle over. I turned myself into a pickle, Morty! I'm Pickle Rick!
Bonkers.
Yo, you probably have all seen the show. And if you haven't, put on your freaking TV set on July 30th at 11:30. Get your sweet ass over to Adult Swim and put that shit on.
It's a drama.
All I can say is Pickle Rick.
Yeah.
Watch out for Pickle Rick. That shit's going to blow your way. So thank you to Adult Swim and Rick and Morty for supporting the show. Appreciate you. Next up, Nature Box. Whew, God. Nature Box gets me so amped. These guys have you tried the Nature Box?
I haven't, no.
Next time you're here, we're going to have Nature Box.
Really? What is
Nature Box? They have snacks that you order online. They're fresh, it's healthy, and let me tell you, it's delicious. If you would believe that. They've got these hundreds of snacks that taste great and are better for you. high-quality, simple ingredients, which means no artificial colors, flavors, or sweeteners. So you feel good about what you're eating.
It is, though. You're making it sound...
Okay, well, listen. Head on over to naturebox.com/H3. You get 3 free snacks. Okay? Think about that. I recommend the Sriracha cashews. I'm still dreaming about those Sriracha cashews that we had last time. These things are insane. Check out the Sriracha cashews. Check out the cheddar lentil loops. Those ones were pretty spicy and hot. But there's hundreds of them, and they all look amazing. I freaking love it. I wish we had some on the table right now. I'd be eating them.
I'd eat some of
We
those
have
Sriracha
some on the
cashews.
way.
There's some on the way. I'm just going to sit patiently in the office and wait for those to arrive. But if you don't like the snacks, you don't have to eat them. You try it. If you don't like it, you send it back. It's free, you guys. They replace it with some new snacks. But these Sriracha roasted cashews, I'll be laying in bed with Hila at night, and I'll wake her up. It's 3 a.m. and I'll be like, Hila, are the cashews on the way? Are the Sriracha cashews on the way? And she's like, fucking leave me alone, dude. I'm trying to sleep. And she goes back to bed, and I shake her again. I'm like, Hila. It's amazing. I'm obsessed. Try those cashews and tell me they are amazing. Go to NatureBox. Go to naturebox.com/H3 and get three free snacks with your first order, guys. It's a no risks proposition. And I'll tell you what, they support our show, and I appreciate them. If you're in the market for some snacks, consider going there and picking them up. Just help support the show. Get some bomb snacks. Thank you to Rick and Morty and Adult Swim for sponsoring this episode. We'll take a quick coffee break, a quick urination break, and we will be back. You won't want to leave, guys, because up next we have Eric's Conspiracy Corner, and after that we have Dan's Send Me the Nudes.
Change
Which
names.
is a
This
new
is the fifth
segment.
name we've given it.
Send me the nudes. So, guys, thanks for hanging out. We'll be right back in a short, brief break. If you leave, something terrible is going to happen. I know it.
It's true.
Don't. Welcome back to the H3 podcast here with your boy, Rudy Pantoja Jr., a.k.a. Hugh Mungus. We have on deck Eric's Conspiracy Closet, the big debut of our new segment by our wonderful friend here. Making signals, don't mind that. But first I wanted to ask you, Rudy, a couple more questions. Something that fascinates me. You were a character in Seattle, but now you're kind of like a celebrity in a way. Like you were telling me you were at a coffee shop before you came here and people recognize you. And you mentioned to me that even in Seattle, people are saying hi to you every day. Like, how famous are you? How often are you being recognized?
It's amazing. I just, they know the truck.
Really?
Oh, yeah, they know the truck. They see the truck. Hey, there's the effing truck. See the U-turn. Follow me. Hey. Hugh, can we get a picture with you? Come on, boys.
Come on, boys.
And then there's, then there's the moms that want the family portraits.
Really?
Well, they pull the kids, and I'm with the mom, and they'll ask somebody to take a picture.
Wow.
Look, I got a picture with Humongous, honey. I got a Humongous.
How is that? What is that like?
Well, it's
like overnight, like pretty famous guy.
I just went with it. I rolled with it. I just didn't question it. It was something that I had to learn. I learned because to become a Humongous is not. You just don't become Humongous. It's like saying I'm going to be a golfer. I'm going to go buy a new set of golf clubs and I'm going to be a par golfer. That doesn't work that way. It takes time. So I had to sit back and learn it, and it wasn't something I created. It was created by your audience. And your audience defined what Humongous was based on my past being a gardener.
Is it restricting you in any way? Or?
No, absolutely not. I can just go out there and garden and let Humongous, the character, be the character that the gardener is. They kind of feed off of one another. And it's like the world or the country, people saw this guy, Rudy from Ballard, the gardener, that they could relate to, and it became a worldwide thing. And
you enjoy getting recognized?
It doesn't bother me at all. I
fun?
just roll, it doesn't bother me in any way other than, there's times I have to say no.
Really?
I mean, I was doing the film with Richard, with the kids from Ballard High. I'm acting, going through the Pike Place Market, and people were going, "Hey, there's Humongous!"
Oh my God!
You know,
They're actually
and they've got the camera on me, and hey, Humongous, can we get a picture with you? I'm going, hey guys, I'm doing a movie, you know, and so I go rolling out.
Unbelievable.
And I'll get people that'll stop while I'm gardening, get out of their car, want a picture. I go into churches. The kids run out to me. Humongous, you're
Saint Humongous.
Are you more popular as a gardener now?
Well,
that's a really good question.
You know what? You know, I don't need more clients. I tell you that. The body and my hip can only do so much, and I've learned to take this 53-year-old body and plan to have it at 63, because I'm not jumping off the tailgate of the truck or jumping off rockeries. I'll kind of waddle down the rockery, waddle off the truck.
Right.
You know, because we will waddle, but they don't fall down, you know, something like that.
You should outsource. You get some workers for Pantoya's garden.
I plan on doing that. The goal is to hold on to what I have, right. And you all help me keep what I have. And now this next phase is to take what I have and transform it on to something more for the garden. And number one is my health. My health is the Go Fund helped me a lot during the hard times of being able to get through the medical procedures and allow my hip to heal. And that Johnny Bad Grass to the gardener can get out there and kick some serious grass and take some serious receivable. You know, that's a softer, gentler Rudy from Ballard way of expressing himself, because you know it's try to keep it PG. I think the thing that hacks me off are these knuckleheads that take my face and they put it on Facebook and they turn it into a porn site or into it's been
my goodness.
Or into Nazi stuff
like we seen this.
And I'm going
that's a good.
And then there was
I wouldn't, of all the celebrities I've ever seen like fake porn of, I no offense,
but it's not me. I mean it's they use the Facebook to draw people in, and then to get some.
They transform it into a porn site.
It's Photoshop.
Yeah. So wait, I can't see you getting railed necessarily.
I'm not. No, there's no way I'm going to be a porn star.
No, not you, but like.
No, absolutely not.
You do that?
No, heck no. No.
What if we get a GoFundMe going?
No, not even. Not
you
even.
and Zarna.
I mean,
you and Zarna. How much money?
You know, hey, that's a good one. Hey, the gender sensei, and I.
The gender sensei,
Mac McGregor, the one that was running, that came out when I first filed for Seattle City Council. I go to him the other day. I said, "Hey, Mac, what if we did like a sparring moment where we get in these suits and do something for charity?" He says, "I think about that. And he says, "You should tell your guy up down there, your guy." Which would be you, Ethan.
I'm the guy.
You're the guy.
Yeah. I'm someone's guy. Never heard that before.
I said, because you know karate, and I know karate, and, we're not into kicking each other's butt other than not coming last place in this campaign, my goal. And he says, I think that's a good idea. You know what? So, Mac, if you're listening, let's plan a sparring moment for charity.
You and Zarna.
Zarna could be the ref. I wonder who would win. I think he would win.
We got to figure out a way to get her down there. Like, we'll give this amount of money to some organization she supports. Put her in a place where if she says no, she's a racist. Anyway, tell me about your health. Yeah, that works. How's your health been? Because I know you had a health scare when that whole thing went down. I'm really curious how you've been.
I was told to when I was going to Cancer Care Alliance, they checked out. Was able to remove some cysts from my body that was benign, and
Good.
I have a swollen spleen.
Thank God for that.
And I had been poked by a couple of syringes in the past. They had assumed that maybe hepatitis C that was dormant had come back.
You got poked?
I was out gardening and was hit by dirty needles.
Shit isn't the worst thing out there.
That's not. And that was part of the process of why I was going through being checked out for my platelet level for being down low. So the doctor says to me, he says, I'm going to need you to not drink. We're going to try to see if your past drinking has caused any sort of hardship on your organs. I said, well, I've been sober a couple of months. What? You have? He says, I'm reading a book, and it's about social drinkers. Do you think he asked me a few questions about being a social drinker and a drinker, and he says, you're not a social drinker, right? I swear to God, that's how he sounds. He's got his glasses down,
You're such a great impressionist.
And I said, well, yeah, I know. He says, well, don't you think once we find out what the platelets that you maybe not drink? I said, yeah, I think that might be a good idea. So from here on out, till we figure out what's wrong with you, I'm going to need you to, he's like this, not drink. And I go, okay, doctor. And if you drink, then you're just wasting my time. So I've been sober a year.
Dude,
and when I went,
that's awesome.
when I went to that council meeting, I was sober.
Right.
And I didn't go in there to be a jackass or Beavis Butthead. I went in there to support my daughter and girls like her. It's not just her, but across the board. But the fame is tell the kids. I share it with the kids. Kids, I'm a gardener. I'm a schmuck in a truck. And I only encourage you kids to get an education, be the best you can be, and listen to your parents, listen to your teachers. And as long as you can read and you can do the math, the science, and everything else, and then you can get a job for money to get the honey.
Get the honey. It all comes back down to
and the
honey.
kids go, that's Hugh Mungus. Yeah, baby.
It's a social movement. And now you can vote for him. He's running on city council, and the phenomenon continues to spread across the world.
If there's anybody listening out there, especially the young voters, 18 and over, make a homemade sign and flash. A vote for Hugh is a vote for you, position 8, Seattle City Council.
Yeah, my vote.
And so I'm here in L.A., and I won't be back until Monday, and the election is Tuesday. So,
oh, wow.
So Tuesday.
Guys, get out there and campaign for your boy, Hugh Mungus.
Can I go vote illegally? Is that possible?
I was going to say, can we bust people in? Yeah. Like, what are the laws? Can we bust people in?
You know what? We
probably shouldn't say that, right?
We used
Yeah.
I think they did that in the old days, but... might happen here.
Hugh Mungus wouldn't do that.
No, absolutely not.
We'll get like
camera.
Like thousands of people over.
Just between you and I.
It is.
Do
you think you have
the
a
new
chance
conspiracy?
Do you think you have a chance of winning?
I think what I've done is I've opened up the opportunity for others in the future.
Just
anybody, because if Hugh Mungus can do it, anybody can do it.
Absolutely.
And the bottom line is, if you don't vote, you can't bitch,
and you don't get the honeys,
and you don't get. There's no, depending after this campaign, we'll see what happens. But at least on this point, it's really important that people exercise their opportunity and not let people who are radical, whether they're on the left or the right, to shut you down.
Yeah,
but it needs to happen civil. Can't blocking traffic, busting store windows is not the way to go. Exercise the opportunity and get like-minded people that support you and go after it. And within the guidelines of the law, of course, but no violence. And you don't need to say shitty things to people because you disagree with them. There's no reason for it. And I think a perfect example is the Hugh Mungus original video is that it's a teaching moment for anybody, whether you're one side or the other. No reason to behave like that.
Absolutely.
So,
well, God bless you, Rudy. Thanks for coming and sharing your story with us. I have one last question. It's a bit of a curveball. We ask all of our guests this. I don't know why it happened this way, but our fans are obsessed with it. Ghost stories. Do you have any ghost stories, natural experiences in your life?
I had one last night.
Are you serious? All right, here we go.
There's this beautiful woman that came from the sky, and she came into Van Nuys with brown eyes, and she says, "You are you, who, who." And I'm not kidding. I'm for real. And I'm in this garden.
Wait, I'm tripping balls right now. Hold on.
I'm in this garden.
The line between reality and dream is getting
No,
too
this
blurred.
is dream. This is dream, reality dream. And so I'm in this garden that I used to work at. And there's this woman complaining that we cut the wrong stuff down. And
it's not a big good endorsement for Rudy's garden.
And I don't know where this place came from. And then she realized that, oh, the garden is okay. Ooh. And I wake up and I got drool and spit rolling out of my mouth because I thought it was so for real.
Okay, that
but
was
the dream.
Was,
but the
okay.
the ghost that entered my head, it goes like that cat stuff. It kind of went through and sort of tasted her, and it kind of went all over the pillow and stuff. But
that was a dream you
from
had.
my mouth. Yeah, it was a dream. That's a ghost story.
That is a spooky spook fest.
So who knows? It could happen.
Could that count as a night terror? Because it doesn't sound terrifying.
Well, it sounded wonderful.
But it's got like the...
Well, it was dressed in white and covered down. Honey. So many inches all around, babe.
Oh, my goodness.
Dressed in white and covered down. Honey. So many inches all around.
But it's...
Oh, Hugh Mungus, will you be mine? Oh.
Damn it. Let's just all leave and let him continue on.
That's spur of the moment. That's spunk.
It's Hugh Mungus FM.
Not junk.
Mungus
That's
FM.
not junk. That's spunk.
So the real nightmare was that you had cut down the wrong tree.
Well, yeah, I've done that one. That was
that's a
reality.
That
was a reality. Excuse me, but I think you're nice. No, I swear you said, oh no, and you should have seen us hottest summer, digging out that stump and replanting the tree, and now the tree's beautiful.
Oh, you dug out the wrong one, and then you had to replant it.
We cut it down.
That is at Rudy's garden. If we dig out the wrong one, we'll plant it right back.
You won't be undersold.
You won't be undersold.
Growth and opportunity for all when it comes to the garden.
Love it. You got my vote.
Thank you.
You got my honey.
You got my honey. You got my vote, and you've got my pitch to Universal for you to be the Goblet of Mungus.
Yes.
I would love that.
The Goblet of Mungus.
All right, let's move it on to our next portion of the show today.
I think I need to turn the TV
Blue
on.
Lives Matter. Go Hawks.
Okay.
That's a
there we go.
Got my lighter in there.
There it is. Now we've got everything.
Next up.
So next up, we are getting ready to launch Eric's Conspiracy Closet.
Is it going to play on this input? I'm sorry, Dan. I forgot almost everything.
Dan, come help us quick.
We have a little intro.
We're panicking.
Play the intro.
All right.
So tell me when you're using. Okay, so this is supposed to be probably more slick than this, but it's still a podcast, all right?
This is a beta test.
This is a beta. This
Early
whole
beta
show
for a segment.
This whole show's a beta test.
Am I the one who hits the thing? Do I play it, Dan?
Saying go. Okay, here
I
we go.
Said no.
Buckle up, buckos.
It's Eric's Conspiracy Closet.
Globalist fighters, it's me, your boy, Big Conspiracy Eric. I want to thank y'all for having me on the show. I'm not going to do this voice the whole time, I promise. We're all fighting globalists here. We got Ethan, we got Gila, Mr. Mungus. Pleasure to meet you.
Mr. Mungus.
I want to talk to you guys about something.
Turn off the TV.
Use the fucking remote. Flat Earth. We're going to talk about Flat Earth for a little bit. And there's a lot to talk about. Are you guys familiar with Flat Earth conspiracies at all?
Not really.
Have you heard of Flat Earth, Rudy? So Flat Earth fascinates me because
Fascinating.
it's one of the more insane conspiracy theories out there. Insane to the point that you can't believe anyone could believe it. Mm-hmm. And it's always this like teetering on the edge of are they all just like really elaborate trolls?
Yeah, I don't think they are. They believe that this surrounds the entire disk of our Earth.
Wait, what?
Okay, that actually explains
Frisbee of ours that we live on.
So hold on. That's the edge of the Earth.
That is the edge of the Earth.
What's to the left?
Yeah.
Oh, to the left is Earth. Like, you'd be sailing from Australia, right? You go far enough, and you run into this, and this just goes on for way past where any human has ever. No one's ever seen the edge of the Earth.
Okay, so got it. So the water is the edge of Earth.
This is, I guess, can you see the cursor on the stream? I don't know. Anyway, this is the ocean that we know.
Got it.
You could dip your toe in that ocean. Now, you go all the way to the end. This surrounds the crust of our potato chip planet.
So they think that there's just this endless ice void?
Just not endless. I think it goes straight out into space.
Why do they?
Here's another little picture I found.
Wow.
So I don't know what the fuck this is supposed to be, but this also has a dome in it. There's a lot of little, like.
There's domes.
There's domes. There's a dome.
What's in the underworld?
The dome is called the firmament.
There's an underworld.
Yeah, this is a slightly more religious version.
Okay, all right.
There's a lot of atheist flat earthers out there too.
Rudy, this is, by the way, this is stuff that people believe. Just for there's people out there who believe that the Earth is flat and that the notion that the world is round is a NASA conspiracy.
Yeah, people that you might even know. Do you guys know who Tila Tequila is?
Oh well, that doesn't. I do, and that doesn't surprise me.
Here's a tweet from her. Why are all the buildings in NYC standing straight up? If Earth was round, then some of the buildings would have a slight tilt.
What if?
How do you defend that logic?
Hashtag flat Earth.
She's got a point, I think.
She does.
Why don't they have a slight tilt?
Well, they must. They probably do have an
they probably do have a
slightly not one
tilt.
that you can perceive with your eyes.
Yeah, it's not like they build all the buildings the same exact height.
Yeah,
so that you can see the.
I mean, truthfully, even if you were on a perfect plane, they would probably have a slight tilt.
Yeah. Yeah, there's like a bridge. I didn't copy this down. I got some notes here too. But there's a bridge where they had to build one of the support beams like 3 millimeters higher to make up for the curvature of the Earth. And it's not something you're really gonna see if you're looking at like a skyline of a city.
Impossible.
Like, there it is.
I love the logic of her.
Yeah.
The Earth is.
She's not done though.
Dumb.
Hang on, there's more good ones from her.
What do you think? Have you heard this?
I was thinking I have an old girlfriend that her house tilted.
There you go. What do you say to that, Tequila?
Yeah. Huh, Tila?
Tilted house.
Mrs. Tequila.
That was Miss Pacifico, though.
Okay, she was Miss Pacifico.
It was Miss Pacifico, yeah. Polish.
Just to get a real idea of like just what exactly we're up against here in learning about this, because I want us to understand, like I think the heart of what this segment could be is that we like understand where these people are coming from. Like, you know, maybe there's a kernel of truth to this. Maybe there's, even though like we figured out that the Earth was round in I think 500 BC or something like that.
Some dude with like a stick in the desert was like, dude, the Earth is round.
Yeah.
And Tequila's like, I don't know. I looked at some buildings in New York. And they ain't tilting.
She's not a scientist, but
they ain't tilting.
She's also not the only one. Yeah, guys, check this out. You know, there's a flat Earth society.
What does it say though? This tweet?
Oh, that says if Earth was a spinning globe and the sun is supposedly 150 million light years away, then how come the sun rays beam straight down? Do they?
How do we know that she is not like the same joke about the same question about everyone? How do we know they're not kidding?
Well, at what point do you take people seriously? It's kind of a problem with this world when you're like, well, people are telling me things, but how do I know they're serious? It's like, how do you live life like that?
Well, she seems like...
You say you love me. Are you serious or are you trolling me?
Trolling.
It's a deep troll.
If Hila had as much antipsychotic medication in her body as Tila Tequila, I would probably...
long
she's
bomb.
like 30% actual person and 70% medicine.
Antipsychotic.
If the Earth was a spinning globe, then how come airplanes can still land without crashing? Because the face of the Earth is flat, not a globe.
God, that's so insane.
What they think is that, I know I'm trying to be defensive of them, but it's tough. I might have picked a tough one for the first segment, but they don't believe in gravity. They believe that instead of a spinning Earth, which I think has gravity to it, which makes the spinning and the gravity, whatnot. I won't go too far into the actual stuff.
I don't believe the spinning is what creates gravity.
No?
It's just the mass.
Fucking globalist lies over here.
Although, I don't know. That could be a lie. I don't know. Now, everything's in doubt. Like, you know.
They believe the Earth, that there is no gravity, because if there was gravity on a disk, it would pull everything to the center.
Right.
What they believe is that the Earth is just going whoop,
Being
going
raised by
up.
the
Yeah,
hands
it's
of
just
God.
traveling up
Always
forever,
up?
and that's what keeps us on the fucking ground.
Whoa, that's kind of
Oh,
scary. 'Cause what if
what?
it was just?
Yeah, it really pokes some holes in our airplane theory, though. Like, if you were to take off on a thing that was constantly going up, wouldn't you just belly flop immediately into the ground?
Eric, you're supposed to defend these people. These
Supposed
are your
to.
people. These are your
These,
people.
you know, Tila's not one of us. Okay, she makes us look bad.
Fair
She's the Zarna of the flat Earth world. You know, she's on the outskirts. She's a fringe supporter. Now, my favorite rapper, I don't know about you guys, but is B.O.B. Now, that's
yeah,
a guy I can get with.
I saw this developing.
The cities in the background are approximately 16 miles apart. Where is the curve? Please explain this.
Okay, what cities are we looking at?
It's,
So really-
it's got a lot of likes and retweets.
Yeah, let me get in here. Can I zoom?
This is a really horrible picture to prove a scientific
Yeah.
point, I feel like, because I can't see anything.
Well, they got the sun in there. But the problem is the sun is only 40 miles across, and it's only 3,000 miles off of the ground. So it can really ruin a picture when it's traveling over you in the clockwise motion over the disk that we live on.
Where's the curve? Please explain this.
Where is the curve? I think Neil deGrasse Tyson jumped in there and like started talking to him, and then B.O.B. You know what? I'm going to pull this up. B.O.B. made a rap song about it.
Oh my God!
Oh.
Let's enter
B.O.B.
the
Neil
void.
deGrasse rap
You know what? I think this is missing.
called Flatlines.
What?
We
A
didn't
rap
pour.
song.
We didn't
fuck,
pour the rosé.
dude.
Right.
Until that gets poured, we live on a globe.
Do you mind if we drink, Rudy?
No problem.
God bless you, Rudy. You want some coffee or something?
No, I'm gonna go. I got the water.
Here's to our pancake.
Cheers. How am I supposed to take these guys seriously without a glass of alcohol?
I know. How's anybody supposed to
Fill it
take
up.
me seriously if I'm not intoxicated?
All right, Hila.
Hila?
Drink that poison.
Let's see what we got here.
So have you never heard of this shit?
I've heard of it. I just recently. This is new, isn't it?
I'd
know-
say the last 10 years.
the original, there's a Flat
Cheers
Earth Society.
To the Flat Earth Society.
Thank you.
Skill.
May they no longer live in the shadows, but in the daylight of a rotating sun.
I think
around
by
a
the
disk.
end of this, we're all gonna believe it a little bit more, despite our, it's nice to come in with a little bit of apprehension. Where the fuck is this song? Here we go.
Oh. I wish that there was a video.
I live on a hill. How does that flat?
Your house, if it was a globe, would be tumbling down the street.
Disproved.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
wanna see my best? Checkmate. In a game of chess. Globalists see me as a threat.
Globalists.
Free thinking, got the world in my neck, huh? And my paranoid picture Malcolm X in a room full of pigs trying not to bust a sweat. Ay, Neil Tyson need to loosen up his vest. They probably write that man one hell of a check. Ay, I'm over here on this side of town. Come on over here and try to clown.
Hold on. Did he say
I
NASA?
never pipe down. If they weren't coming for me, then they definitely coming for me.
Did he say that NASA must have writ Neil Tyson a hell of a check?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you would think that like we've proven that the Earth is round by going into space multiple times,
Right.
multiple countries going into space. But what really is happening is NASA is fake. They don't do anything. They just perpetuate the lie that we live on a globe.
For what end?
Oh, it's to make us look more powerful to other superpowers.
It? That's such a huge
What?
conspiracy.
I know. When I was coming
China
into this,
says they've been there. Russia says they've been there.
they are all lying to each other, because what would happen if all of a sudden China was like, you know what, we've never been to space. All of their anti-nuclear measures and everything like that, all their satellites that they put up there
Satellites.
becomes null. It's like, oh well,
Are
then they got
satellites real?
nothing.
Wait, are satellites real?
Yes, you can shoot something up there, but some people will say it'll just hit the top of the dome.
So satellites aren't even necessarily real
No, what's the point?
because we're living on like a marble.
Yeah. Dish Network is in bed with NASA.
This does go deeper than I thought.
Yeah, you have to imagine how difficult it must be to get hundreds of thousands of government employees, private contractors, people who just like write software for this fucking satellite to all shut up about it. Like, it would just take one guy on his deathbed to be like, oh, by the way,
No.
Yeah.
No.
It's fucking flat.
Because none of us would believe him, dude.
none of us believe him.
That's part
Yeah.
of why this conspiracy is so powerful.
It's
Who's
weird
gonna
that they're
believe him?
It would be nice to get like some sort of flat Earth society, perhaps, Oh, wait. While I segue into this,
Sounds like
here is like everything you need to know about Flat Earth. That and also...
Number one, I see the first question on the FAQ. Is this a joke?
Is this a joke?
Let's get the answer. Where is it? This site is not a joke. Okay.
We are actively
Great.
promoting the Flat Earth movement. I honestly, when we talked about this the other day, I was like, yeah, Flat Earth, it'd be fucking funny. You know, there's a couple people there. I had no idea how much of a resurgence Flat Earth has had.
I think it's got to be one of the more prolific conspiracy theories.
And
out
the
there.
weird thing is, they don't believe in other conspiracies. Like they don't like, they think people who believe in like the Illuminati, the New World Order, like lizard people coming up from the ground, they think that stuff
Those
is
guys
nuts.
are crazy.
They're
These
like,
guys are
Yeah.
insane. Have you
oh,
heard the
whatever,
lizard people?
wasting all their time.
Rudy, I love your glasses. What are you walking there?
These are
Is that gamer gear?
projects.
What is it?
They're prescription Rudy projects.
It's got your name on it. It says Rudy on it.
Yeah, they change by the light.
Oh, it's like they get darker.
Like,
when
you
you're
wear them
outside.
well. Italianos.
But don't you bend
Wait, are you
your
serious? They
eyebrows?
changed
Yeah,
depending on the
I can
light?
wear them at night. and
Oh, that's really
it's
dope.
like when it's
Would you-
raining and there's that light, headlights going, and I can go.
Right.
It'd be great if
Stay
Ethan
focused.
put those on and like we all look like weird like globalist zombie
Dude,
things.
They're
from
my
They Live.
safety glasses for gardening and combating cat pads.
Yeah, no cat pads. in
Cat
these
pad
days.
dude. I got
Cat
nothing
pad.
like a cat
Well,
pad
I'll tell you
dude.
what. You look like a real round earther to me, and I don't know if I can trust you. So
I barely
Why
trust
don't-
Oh,
myself.
get this.
What-
Today I got picked up by one of those taxi services, independent taxi. Dude,
do you mean Uber?
Not Uber. This is a taxi.
Oh, an app,
and
I
the guy pulled
yeah,
in,
I'd say.
saw me in my Seahawk and blue cap, and wouldn't pick me up because he thought I was a cop.
You do look like
And I
a
looked like
cop.
ice. I was ice.
What would
ice,
he have
baby.
been afraid
No,
of?
you know,
That's
I'm serious. I
hilarious.
swear to God.
Yeah.
And so I'm sitting
Nice
at
try,
the
cop.
Target, sitting in the waiting, and finally this other guy comes and picks me up, and he says, "The guy didn't want to pick you up because he thought you were a cop."
That's fucking
And I go,
hilarious.
"No shit." I mean,
Yeah.
I'm he's nothing to worry about. And then I saw this guy laying down in the grass with his dog. I said, "No, that'd be the cop."
No, I think it looked like
You
you.
know. Yeah, so that was kind of cool. I mean, but I'm not a cop.
That's
I'm
what a cop
gardener.
would say.
Yeah.
I don't trust anything anymore. This is Eric's conspiracy corner.
No,
Closet.
I've already indoctrinated all of you to
I'm
be
so
as
skeptical.
conspiratorial as possible.
Let's go.
You know, I feel like we should just hear from an actual flat earther. I found this Vice article where this guy talks about it, and I thought this shit was pretty funny.
I mean, this website, pretty much all I needed to see was FAQ1.
Oh,
Is this a joke?
there's some stuff in that website. I was
No, it is
at
not.
the bar yesterday just drinking and reading this thing for like 2 hours.
Really? So this, okay, great.
Got the VIP tickets.
Oh, God, no. These guys didn't pay us. I can't put this in our video.
Yeah, these
Mute
cars
it.
suck.
Mute
there
it
we
fast.
go. I fixed it.
Now Toyota's going to be
Just
like...
talk over it.
Okay, good.
Oh, it's a Toyota?
Wait, I
Never
didn't say
mind.
Toyota. What car was that?
I don't know.
So,
Who cares?
I can't... Oh, should I hear it?
yeah, where's the volume?
There you go.
There we go.
10 questions you wanted to ask a flat earther.
Hi, I'm Nathan Oakley, and I'm a flat earther.
This guy has got a
I've got several
couple of
YouTube channels
loose screws. I can
speaking
tell you
about
that right
subjects.
now.
I've been doing it for about the last couple of years. In my last career, I was travelling around the world as an international sales rep. And as I travelled around the world, what I observed on almost every flight was the same thing, which was lots of people staring at the back of their headrests and observing the latest movie.
Turn it down!
Drinking booze, falling asleep. Whereas I would actually be at the back of the plane, looking out at the emergency exit window, which had the widest viewing angle, and observing the flat plane below.
So wait,
that being
pause
the
it.
case when I
So
came
this
across
guy
a
is
Matt
such a-
Powerland video on YouTube, and he uttered the words flat earth, not in ridicule, but in the same context as we're talking about.
So
Right
this
off
guy-
the bat.
He's a fucking brilliant man.
Yeah.
Everyone else was staring at the back seat.
He-
But he was looking.
Yeah,
He dared
he's like
to look out the
his
window.
own main character of his own anime, where like
Yeah.
all the people are just staring at their People magazine, their Globalist Weekly,
Right.
and he's looking out the window of an airplane. Unheard of.
I love in his fantasy world, people are literally like, they're sitting in the seats just staring at the seat. And he's like,
yeah. What the fuck? Wait a second.
You're totally right. He's the center of his own anime.
Rudy, did you see that when you were flying in?
Well, I was looking, and the only thing I saw flat was the the empty plastic cup of my water.
The rest was round, though.
Earth is round. Come on. I mean, I look over, and you can kind of see the horizon.
You heard it here.
And it kind of rolls, just like rolling
You're
over.
internally oppressed. Right?
Yeah. I need to be careful how I say, but it really is beautiful.
Yeah.
I definitely really do believe Mother Earth is a mother. And
She's got curves.
and then somewhere along, God came along and is a dude. So I mean,
Mother Earth's she thick?
Mother Earth is always treat Mother Earth with care, sensitivity, compassion, and love. Nothing like the garden love.
Yeah. You need to have that idea about it to make a garden flourish.
I feel like I'm a donor to the earth because I watch things grow every day.
Yeah.
See,
if the earth was flat, then I think the idea is that the having a sphere Earth makes us so not special. This guy says something like that at the end, I think.
Let me hear this guy. I love this guy already.
It immediately was a eureka moment. I mean, I literally went and woke my wife up and told her that the Earth was flat.
Are you guys still together? No. No, it's falling apart.
Well, NASA were developed for the sole purpose of lying to us. Their only purpose is to perpetuate the globe
only
lie.
purpose.
Every single
globe
story
lie.
that is told by NASA has the subcontext
He's
that we
angry.
live on a globe. The way they're faking things is with top of the line, absolutely cutting edge studio techniques like were used in the film Gravity. So they're using trapeze, they're on high wires.
Gravity, a film from 2015, I think.
They've been faking the moon or the the globe conspiracy for a minute.
Yeah. Let's see if I can get to a part where this guy really starts to shine.
which we need a Sasquatch to come snag them.
I believe in a Sasquatch
right.
before I believe we live on
Sasquatch.
I'm running out of flat things to compare it to.
I love the interviewer's like, dude, I'll only mute you in like a wide open public place. Like,
well, he probably chose the vista behind him because of how flat it looks.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, where's the curve there? Look at the distance between those buildings. Why isn't it look like a fisheye effect?
Indianapolis is flat.
Kansas is flat.
Flat.
Well, I've never been to the ends of the earth, so it's a difficult one to give you an answer.
That's the other thing. They
Is the moon fake
All right, this
news?
is great.
No. But does the moon have fake news surrounding it? Yes, absolutely. Of all of the celestial bodies, it's the one that would most indicate sphericity, is that the right word? Being spherical. And therefore, it's used by people like NASA to prop up the notion that we are living on a sphere also. So
Why is the
it's
camera
used
moving?
to perpetuate fake news.
The music.
Do I get ridiculed now? No. It doesn't seem to be the case. A couple of years on, it's more like this. People actually wanting to know more information about the subject and doing a bit of research themselves. So I think it
As the
seems
spooky movie-
things have progressed.
wait, pause it.
Yeah, they do something with his voice too.
Do people take you seriously? Absolutely. Spooky music's playing. Standing on a giant flat ridge.
Absolutely. No one says anything to my face that denigrates me in any way.
I don't have an actual explanation for how seasons work. I don't know what the sun is.
I have no explanation. This is beyond all of us.
That's a pretty common thing with the flat earthers.
It's the one they can't answer about the seasons.
There's so many things that they're just like, oh, we don't know. A lot of it is off of like what you can observe with your own eyes. So they'll say, you know, I haven't been to the sun to like scoop up a little bit of its sun jelly and test it to see if it's like as big as we say it is or as far away or real.
Not made of cheese.
Could even just be not real. Moon's the same way. They believe that the sun and the moon are opposite each other on the flat Earth, and they just go like
They're
that.
on our flat Earth.
They're like right above it. It's the sun is not as big as they say it is.
Is the sun a sphere or is it also flat?
It's also a sphere. I mean, it is a sphere.
Oh, so our planet is the only flat one, and all the other ones are round.
That's what makes us special.
That's logically makes sense.
There's other people who say that, like, you know, we haven't seen it, So how would we know? Which is
why are they making assumptions about the sun and moon being round if they haven't been there?
Yeah. Well, I think it's because they don't see a curve.
But have they seen the edge of the, or is that picture supposed to be the edge?
Apparently, if you try to go to the edge, there's government agents waiting for you in boats.
Oh my God,
Okay,
why? Why?
Yeah, if you try to fly a drone, I know, we're like, wouldn't it be cool to let everybody know that we live on a flat Earth?
Just-
Like, wouldn't that be great? I would tell everyone.
It's such an incredible cover-up and conspiracy. And I mean, there hasn't always been government agencies to protect the border of a flat Earth.
Yeah, I don't think we have the manpower for that.
Like, why don't one of these guys get in a fucking boat and go sailing?
I think they've tried.
Okay, good. We need a Christopher
Columbus.
Columbus.
I was thinking
He was the first flat Earth.
But then there was Leif Erikson.
Right.
When we in the Nordic neighborhood I live in, they are tough when it comes to Leif Erikson and Christopher Colombo.
Oh
Columbus.
yeah, I know. Colombo.
And, Columbus gets all the
Columbus was he was the first flat earther. He was trying to prove the Earth is flat, but they've rewritten history to make it seem like he thought it was a globe, and it's just a total globalist conspiracy.
Fake news.
Yeah, it's total fake news.
That's some globulist shit right there.
That's so.
That's not
globular.
I didn't make that term up, by the way. That's really what they call people who believe that we live on a globe.
Globist.
Globulist. It's like being a globalist who believes we live on a globe.
You fucking globist.
I saw that word written down. I was like, this is going to take a second. And I was like, I was like surrounded by people in a bar, like globalist.
Why not just a globist?
A globist would be better, but they want to make it sound like globalist. Globulist.
So this is it. This is the enemy.
Well, we are the enemy, I think. You guys are the enemy.
It's like a jack-o'-lantern.
Still, jury's out on me.
You're wearing the flat Earth.
I am wearing the flat Earth shirt. I'm not making money off that at all.
Are these people going to come to my house and attempt to murder on my life?
No.
Okay, good.
No. They don't have the internet.
They're my enemy then.
You ever seen a flat pumpkin?
Sounds like the start of a good joke.
Smashing pumpkin. Wow.
Yeah, so Earth's flat, man. You can test it. Water is always stationary. Airplanes, when they go to the cruising altitude, they fly stationary.
Can you pause it? Why is it that these flat earthers are always just like the simplest? They always have a little bit of a screw loose, and all their observations and their like irrefutable theories are based on, I was on a plane once and I looked out and it looked flat.
Yeah. They don't take any facts that come from anybody else. Is one of the problems with their line of reasoning.
It's all based on seeing is believing.
All based on seeing. It's I can see no curve. And one of the first like resurgences in flat Earth, like after Christopher Columbus and Magellan and all those guys, was we knew the Earth was fucking around when ancient Greece because of the shadows and the way that they curved.
Yeah.
But there was like in the early 1800s, this guy Samuel Rowbotham.
It's like a sound.
Yeah, there's like a little buzz coming.
I think it's one of these.
I think
from the audio jack.
Oh no, it's gone.
Oh,
it's gone. Go ahead.
Yeah. Fucking globalists trying to shut down our transmission.
Shit,
they can't get us. Surrounded by tinfoil.
By the way,
if you guys want, just wrap it up in case they try to get in your head.
Keep going.
You're gonna need a lot of tinfoil for that.
Did you hear that sound that came out of the TV right now?
Yeah, they're tapping us.
Keep going.
So let me tell you about Samuel Rowbotham. He conducted an experiment on the.
Dad, can you bring in some tape?
You guys ever heard of the Old Bedford River in Norfolk, England?
No.
All right. Well, it exists. It's a 6-mile stretch of river, right? So naturally, the Earth's curve would affect the height of the water.
Right here. Right.
And so what he did was observe the ship with a tall mast going down the river for the 6 miles, and he didn't see the mast go down. You know, logically, if we lived on a flat Earth, you wouldn't see the mast go down, and he didn't see the mast go down. So we live on a flat Earth. They have done that same experiment multiple times since then, and it always has the same results, just on that one little river. But that's the river to go to if you want to prove that the Earth is flat.
So on this particular
The
river,
Bedford level
This is so
experiment.
loud.
Educate
it's
yourself.
only in your head.
I can't hear you guys.
It's only in your head.
The satellite.
Yeah, it's the satellites are hitting your head. You got to cover up. You look
Oh
like
my
a
God.
dang. You look like the. You look like the Pope who fucking lost it all. We got to get Rudy wrapped in. Hold on, Eric. We're way too dangerous to continue without. We got to make sure Rudy's protected.
I'm just queuing some good stuff up.
Can you
We're
help
going
us
from
do
beta to
that?
live in the middle of this segment, baby.
Get in there. Ryan, tinfoil Rudy up, man. It's not safe, dude. Christ.
Save me from
You've
the
already been
nucleus.
protected. You've already been infected. I need some rosé. Really, you look good.
Yeah.
Could be a good addition to your
Yeah.
clothing
Thank
line.
you.
This is not a good summer look, by
This
the way.
needs-
This will.
Really? Let's go
I
try
feel
it.
like this will cook you. This make you like a baked potato.
I like the baked potato look.
Um,
Rudy's making it fashionable by putting his hat on top.
Oh, nice.
Protected.
You don't
by-
know what's in that hat. There could be microchips in that hat.
Seahawks Super Bowl.
Seahawks are taking it this year, boys. You heard it from Rudy. You're such a globulist.
I'm tired of these global
How do you have time to
globalist
think
lies,
about
guys.
Seahawks when there's
You know, when I come home from a hard day of fighting the globalist, you know what I like to do?
what's that?
I like to tune into the 24/7 live YouTube Flat Earth channel.
Oh my goodness.
Check this out. Oh,
Oh.
Yo, what?
What
the
happened?
globalists have shut us down. Well, all right, nice try, globalists. I recorded a little bit of this earlier. Why don't we play some of that?
Global.
This was up. This was up when we checked it
I
earlier
did
today,
see it
right?
this morning, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, we're onto something.
It was
Maybe
it was either the globalist or the license holder of the people who show their playing 24 hours a day. But it's a
No,
real
that
toss-up.
doesn't make
It
sense.
might be the foil. It might be the foil. foil.
show you guys a quick highlight. So this is the 24/7 Flat Earth Live, 100% proof NASA lies and Earth is not a globe, not Flat Earth Society. I'm not sure. Not Flat Earth Society is. I don't know if that's a different society that thinks that Earth is not flat, or if this just they're trying to say
What
that
is
they're
the
not.
not? Yeah, what's going on with the? Is there?
They're trying to say that they're
disagreements?
not Flat Earth Society. Maybe
they-
they're the dome believers.
Are
you
they
know?
at odds? Are there different sects?
Oh, there's definitely people. Well, we saw the religious thing earlier, where like there's people who don't believe in the underworld part of it because that's like too much
I
for
believe
them.
in the underworld.
Yeah,
I'm all about the underworld.
I believe in the
personally.
underworld, but not the dome. It's you could do it a la carte, you know.
You take what you like.
A little bit of this, a little bit of that.
rice,
I
and a bit
believe
of that dome.
I believe there's more outside the ice. I believe there's a whole nother
Have you
ring
seen the
of
globe
continents,
perils? There's
taller,
like-
more majestic
Do you
people.
think there's more flat Earths beyond the ice?
Yeah, definitely. We've never put a satellite out there. How would we know? There's somebody controlling us. I'm starting to realize it more and
Where's
more
the
now.
more
that it-
foil? Where's it has the foil? I'm not protected enough for this.
Well, if you were to go to the 24/7 Flat Earth Live, 100% proof NASA lies and Earth is not a globe, not Flat Earth Society thing when it was up, you'd see something like this.
So much courage. Here they are hurling through space on a molten rock at 67,000 miles an hour, and the only thing that keeps them from flying out of their shoes is their misplaced faith in gravity.
Their misplaced faith in gravity. Their misplaced faith in gravity.
Wait, it's not done.
Their misplaced faith in gravity.
it's like an edit we would have made 3 years ago.
Whoop,
Oh, what was?
yep,
What the
What?
fuck?
yep. They got him.
Because there is the law such as gravity, the universe can and will create itself from nothing.
Misplaced faith in gravity.
Now,
I gotta say, Stinky Cash. This was made by Stinky Cash. You can see on the bottom left. I gotta. Oh my god.
this is a 2-minute clip, by the way.
How is this not a Tim and Eric sketch?
They might be something like that, and the Flat Earth community was just like, yeah, let's put this on a fucking channel.
This is good.
Gravity is your god. You just figured it out.
Gravity is your god.
They know that that's just like a sitcom, right?
Well, not when Hollywood's run by the globalist agenda.
This is a joke.
What, this?
Yeah, this clip has to be a joke, right?
Nah, watch. It's not a joke.
Look at
just
the
wait.
chat is so active.
Wait for it.
Gravity does not equal God.
Okay.
Have I convinced you guys yet? I feel like we're getting close to it. All right, here's another example of the Earth being flat. Viceland put a joint into space.
But what really gives it away is the insane amount of curvature at the very beginning of the video while the camera is still close to...
Fisheye lens!
Boom! Now, if you were to unfisheye that, that'd be a flat-ass Earth. Right? So I guess they are saying that we can put stuff into space.
Wait, what are they saying?
Yeah, I don't know. Are they
That
saying
it's
we have
too
been to
curved?
space?
So they're saying these guys sent a camera into space. Look how they obviously fake the curvature of it.
Yeah.
And this fisheye lens.
Why would Viceland be in on that? Aren't they all about like...
It's ground. It's all the way up, down, dude.
God damn it. These fucking globalists, man. They're everywhere. You guys want to see a flat Earth
this guy
rap
must
video?
Be a real dum-dum. I want to see this guy with his...
Okay, I got to go one for you in a second, though.
Somehow these guys are all Harvard educated.
It breaks a man. There's a lot of pressure. Go to an Ivy League school.
The chat, pause it.
Everyone's coming out about all the celebrities, Shaq.
Yo, this is the emblem guy. This is the NASA emblem guy. He didn't know what a sticker was called. That's
That's
NASA.
the same guy?
Yeah, that's the NASA
No
emblem
way.
guy. There's a video of that guy getting triggered in Starbucks.
Yeah.
Because he saw a NASA
Yes!
employee. And he's like, give me a flippin'
I was
NASA
trying to
emblem.
find that. Yeah.
That's him.
He freaks out on someone.
He gave him a sticker and he didn't know it was called a sticker. He called it a flippin' emblem.
The chat is saying that you should call Joey Salads.
That's it? That's where their minds are at? No.
Ask him about flat Earth?
Yeah, talk about what?
About flat Earth.
Well, we could convince
I don't think it'll
Joey,
be
right?
If Joey comes out in support of flat Earth, I don't see that. It's gonna be a short call.
He's like in the background of one of these videos.
Okay.
I forget
Can
what
I
else
take
this
this
guy
off?
has to say.
I wouldn't. I just pulled it up. Get a little more oxygen.
Yeah, it's like I'm getting cooked in it.
Thompson believes he's been targeted for his beliefs.
Every day they don't torture me. Because I really think I've got crosshairs on my back. I don't know if it's the CIA or the FBI.
Wait, is this the same guy?
Is this the same guy that you talked
That is
about?
that's the yeah. That is
The Starbucks guy?
Yeah.
Oh, this part's great.
There was actual evidence.
They're in the
to
middle
support that model
of fucking Venice
the
Beach, right?
solar system.
I don't know why this.
I like the music.
The waving of the hands, you can tell just how much this guy's trying to get through to him.
What was that conversation you were going to talk about with the globe?
Oh, one sec. He does a little science experiment for him. I don't know if we need
Gravity.
literally takes a frisbee.
Take this and put it right here.
Right.
And go around it like this.
Okay, that means the sun wouldn't rise and fall in the east to the west as it does. It would literally go out, and it would.
It kind of does, in my opinion.
Oh my God!
In
what
my
the hell?
opinion.
It kind of does, bro.
Kind of does.
They started out with 9/11. They started out with vaccines. They started out with chemtrails or something.
I mean, word. I'm with him. I don't know. He
This has been a wild ride.
talked me into it.
I'm in.
And it
Rudy,
doesn't.
are you
I'm
sold?
out. No.
You're out.
I'm
All right.
not even-
You haven't even
I
seen this
just-
guy's rap video
I
yet.
mean,
You need more time.
I'm for the rap video.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure I would be for the rap video, but Mother Earth.
You can move it.
It's got to
You
be
can move it closer
round.
to you.
Yeah.
You know, it has to be. I mean, I just flew in, looked outside the windows, and I could tell it was round.
You
Well,
didn't look at
because
the
I
back
looked
of the seat in front of
I
you.
looked at the back of the seat and the front of the seat. I looked all around and round.
The problem with that is planes' windows are curved, so it's changing how you see the horizon. What you see is a refraction of light through
Get out! All right,
Through the-
let's
through
get
the
out of the
window.
closet.
I tell you,
We spent
I know
enough time
that
in the closet.
when I used the latrine, it was round.
All right.
All right, let's exit the closet.
Yeah.
I'm in. I'm sold. The Earth is flat. I need a fedora. I need a chin strap shave. And I need some flippin' NASA emblems.
I'm gonna keep mine on.
I'll
Fuck you
keep it in mind.
guys.
This actually is. How does it look? It feels like it looks great.
Oh, by the way,
That's
thanks to
really
Hot
great.
Dad for that intro music.
Yeah.
Yeah, shout
Hot
out.
Dad.
Shout out.
Shout out
Jolly
to Hot
Pop,
Dad.
you know, Jolly. You look like a Jolly Pop after being.
Shout
the
out
popcorn.
this guy, Hot Dad,
Yeah.
made that theme song in a freaking second, dude.
I know. I asked him about it, and he was like, "Oh, I already have this." That's not how it worked.
But we'll link him in the description.
Is Flat Earth an interesting conspiracy? Like,
It's almost not.
It's almost
because
not.
It's so obscenely
That's
dumb.
one of the things I realized when I was looking
way
at all
too
this stuff. I was telling you earlier, I was like, I was looking at the Flat Earth stuff, and a lot of it is like people just doing dumb math. Like, if you try to get a funny video of somebody talking about Flat Earth, it's going to be like a weird montage of like lizard people images and like diagrams that they've made in like Photoshop of like here's the way the sun shoots light out with like weird little mathematical angles and stuff. It's so boring and dumb. I think next time I do this, I'm going to talk to you guys about like lizard people or
I want to know
Yeah.
lizard. I
Something
wanna know
interesting,
Chemtrails because people really believe chemtrails.
What's that?
Yeah.
I'm not in deep on chemtrails. Something about that. There's chemicals in the air that turns the frogs gay.
Right.
Okay. Alex Jones.
Yeah, essentially. Do you know about chemtrails? It turns the frogs gay.
Well, hermaphroditic. It makes them.
That's one of those things that make you go,
Yeah, that's
okay,
pretty.
okay, yeah, really, okay.
Yeah, I think that's just as much of a response as Alyssa's.
Thanks for sharing. Talk to you later.
Well, thanks for stepping into the closet
Well,
with
thank
me, guys.
you. That was great.
Appreciate
Yeah.
that.
First step into the closet,
Yeah.
and I'm
Was it
quickly
good?
stepping out.
Good beta test.
Step in, step out. I was in the closet, now
Yeah.
I'm out of the closet.
I have
All
a
right.
lot more materials that I can show you guys after the show if you want. There's,
Oh,
there's
just let
no lack of
I want to catch up
theories.
personally.
Okay.
An
I'll make some
after
forum
show.
posts.
All right. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that.
They didn't.
It was a weird, wild ride. Yeah, I think the flat earthers are just
Flat earthers are
They're
what they
flat.
are, man. Yeah.
they're just a little bit flat-brained.
No too
Each
flat.
their own opinion. Hey,
Get him, Rudy. Get him.
Each your own opinion.
You're so PC, Rudy.
Yeah, I've become PC.
He's a politician now.
I know.
Can't say shit.
Until August 3rd, then the gardener's back.
Then the gardener's back
You know,
and
it's
fuck
just-
these
it's
flat
just,
earthers.
boy.
I can see the negative political ads now of like you with the tinfoil hat on. Will you vote for this man?
Yeah, actually, I've used tinfoil. I used to have these headphones so I can listen to music. And when it rains, I would get tinfoil, wrap it over my head.
Really? Tinfoil?
And then it would also get the frequency would come in better.
What?
By sticking it around like one of those antenna TVs where you get the banana ears, that you're going, get the tinfoil. Yeah.
Wait, what?
It's trying to get it.
You're listening?
No, I put my headphones on.
Okay, and
And
then-
they were not waterproof.
Right.
It's back in the 70s and the 80s. So I took tinfoil and wrapped my ears.
You're listening to the radio?
Listen to the radio
Okay,
as I'm
so you-
gardening.
yeah.
And so I would be able to get the the signal coming
What a
into the radio. There's
I'd
secret.
love to see out there gardening with the tinfoil.
Then one time I used to get those granny shower caps, the polka dotted ones.
Yeah.
That's before the rainbow colors came out, and then all of a sudden here I've got this rainbow hat on. Hey, I love your hat. Oh, thank you. I love your hat. Thank you. Oh, I love your hat.
could see you've been
And
a
I'm
legend long
Then I
before.
realized what it was, so I had to change colors.
You've always been getting the honey.
Yeah.
There's honey. Anybody, not everybody, but that's another thing that makes you want to go,
What the
I'm a chick magnet. Right. Come on. But that's humongous.
No, that's a
What is
conspiracy theory.
humongous? Chick magnet? Come on, easy.
All right, let's do another quick little break, and then Dan's gonna come in with the news.
Mm-hmm.
Dan,
No, that's a good
send me
segment.
the news.
That's
All right, let's hit it up. Thank you to our sponsors who help support the show and make it possible. Thanks to them, we got to bring out your wonderful guests like Rudy, the legend.
Thank you very much. Buy. I mean, not say goodbye, but buy the sponsor's goods.
Thank you.
It's a free market system, but go buy it anyway.
You heard it here. So first, I want to say,
Which one are we doing?
we got the black tux here. There are so many options in life to wear a tux. So when your big day or special event rolls around in summer, look just as great as you feel with suits from the blacktux.com. With high-quality rental suits and tuxedos delivered to your front door, the Black Tux gives you a new way to rent. Plus, with this free home try-on, you can see the fit and feel the quality of your suit months before your event. And the best part, it's done completely online. The Black Tux lets you create your look. These suits usually cost $1,200, but you get the Black Tux for just $95. And it's actually a really interesting service. You hit them up before the bar mitzvah. It's always bar mitzvahs. I don't go to any other events other than that.
Mm-hmm.
Me either.
Yep.
Obviously, right? And you hit them up. You work on your look. You pick out the perfect suit, and it will arrive 14 days before the event, so you can try it on and make sure it works perfectly. They're going to tailor it to you. They got the support you need, and it ships free both ways. How easy is that, my friends? Stand out at your event for the right reasons. Get $20 off your purchase. Visit theblacktux.com/H3. That's blacktux.com/H3. Get $20 off your purchase. It's actually really cool. They sent us here. So you go, you tailor it, you try it on. They send you all the parts. You got the undershirt, you got the jacket, you got 2 undershirts, you got pants, you got freaking...
Hey, what size are those?
You choose the size.
Man, I'd be looking good tonight.
Get it on.
You know, and
you choose
I want
the size.
one.
You choose the size online. And then you've got, they send you the whole freaking thing. You got shirt,
That's amazing.
the bow tie, the shoes, and it's for $95.
That's cheap.
It's a rental. You don't have to fuss with going to the store. So if you have a big event coming up, and I think they tailor it for you too. They do all that. They make it fit for you perfectly. Man, I'm telling you. Tell you what, when you head out to those bar mitzvahs, specifically to those bar mitzvahs,
I'm going to Evening Magazine next week, so maybe I should order one of those to wear to Evening Magazine.
Absolutely.
You know, and just I'll be a guest, but nothing like going in with a black tux.
Just a full-on tux that you rented for $95.
And supporting H3 and everything that matters. We all matter.
I'd love to see you in a tux.
I'm going to get one.
You can visit them by going to theblacktux.com/H3. Get $20 off your first purchase. Guys, if you have an event where you're trying to look dapper and fresh as heck, consider using this service and help support the show. Appreciate you. And finally, we have Vincero. Here we go. This is actually a really beautiful watch. I've been wearing it. Fine Italian leather. You can tell it's leather. Give it a smell. Yeah, I like that leather. It's blue. I've never seen blue leather, but I like it a lot. It's got a really classy, huge front. It feels like a nice, girthy, heavy, valuable watch. Give cop a feel.
They go good with my glasses. For me.
Dude, that matches. And your outfit.
I'd be fashion.
Put that on. Let's see.
Bring back the other two.
The foil?
No,
you want the foil hat?
watches.
Okay.
You know, time is a globalist construct.
Time, it does. That is true, actually.
That's got nothing to do
That
with
actually
the shape of
that's
the
just
earth.
real.
Yeah,
That's hard to argue.
just for real.
Vincero's a luxury watch.
I like it.
Let me see. That actually looks great on you.
Looks good.
You know what? Do you want it?
Yeah,
It's our gift to you.
Really?
Right,
Cheers. Memorabilia.
That's Dan's.
Going home
That's
with
Dan's?
Yeah, but we have yours
I'll buy
here.
another. I'll buy more. That's yours.
goes with blue.
Sorry, Dan.
Blue Friday. Go Hawks!
Dan just shuts down the stream.
That's a beautiful
I love
watch.
it. Thank you. No, thank you very much.
Thank you, Vincero. We'll get.
Thank you, Vincero.
Appreciate you.
Vincero.
Hey, forget about
Vincero.
it.
Vincero.
Here are a couple of the female.
Buongiorno, Vincero.
Female watches.
The female watches. So here's the deal with Vincero.
Did they show it?
Are you showing the watches, Dan? Show the watches, please. I'm on my way to a bar
Oh, yeah,
mitzvah.
they
I've got a
did.
tux. I got a
They
watch.
did.
I don't have time for this.
They
The bar mitzvah's coming up. My nephew's getting manned. So here's the deal. A watch of this quality would usually run you freaking thousands.
Easily.
At least like several hundred. right? But at Vincero, they start at what, like $95 or something like that?
Yeah, something like that.
For one of those?
Yeah, dude. Give Cop a feel, man. It's really high quality stuff.
Here's another
This is
men's
the pretty
watch.
one. I like the pretty
Vincero's years of manufacturing experience allows them to create innovative and luxurious timepieces and deliver them for a ridiculously fair price. I've actually worn it to a dinner. We went to meet some super important people, and I wore it to a dinner, and they were like, "Oh my God, Ethan, drop trowel right now." They're like, "That watch is insane. Drop your pants. I want to touch your wiener." Because of that watch. And people are going to be telling
This
you
is a
that.
bar mitzvah or was this a dinner?
It was a dinner after a bar mitzvah. But it's crazy what this watch does because it looks so beautiful. Guys, it's got a 24-month warranty, 3,000 5-star reviews. So when you head out to your next bar mitzvah, go to Vincero, Vincero collective.com/H3 and get 15% off your very own Vincero watch. That's Vincero collective.com/H3, guys. If you're in the market for a very affordable, luxurious, beautiful watch that is got all the quality and less the price, consider picking that up to support the show. And thank you very much for supporting us. Were all the links spammed? God bless.
You know what I've
Anyway,
always found helps after doing an ad like that? You go, "You won't," into the mic a bunch of times. It gets people to do it.
Wait,
Works with everything.
You won't. I bet you won't.
You won't. You won't. Buy a watch. You won't.
What?
Yeah, it's a good way to advertise.
All right, so you won't.
You won't.
That's it. You won't.
You won't.
Okay, so don't do it, but do it.
Well, you won't.
You won't, though, but do it. We want you to do that. So support our sponsors.
You won't.
Thank you guys for chilling with us. Well, does anyone need, should we just jump right into the Dan's news segment?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, cool. So we're probably going to get, well, should I just go to a break so we have time to get it set up? But we won't leave, but it'll just be like for the video, like cut. All right, so we're going to stay here, but I'm going to cut it for like the final. So we'll be back in just a minute with Dan's Send Me the Nudes.
It's just nudes now.
All right. Okay, we're going to get set up. Welcome back, everybody, to the H3 podcast, now with the much anticipated segment, Send Me the Nudes. News featuring Dan.
Jake, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't crawl up there. I just wouldn't do that. You crawl up there. Why?
All right.
It still says taking a break.
Oh, we're not taking a break.
It's not a break.
It's not a break.
It's not a break. This is real.
This podcast is brought to you by taking a break.
Look, there's less delay than I thought.
I can't get it. Oh, yeah. What do you change it to the other input?
It's kind of tripping me out how little delay there is. I thought there'd be like a 30-second one at least. It was like 2 seconds. All right, roll the intro again.
No.
I'm kidding.
No.
It's funny if you do it.
Do it.
Either way, it's funny. It's a shit show.
All right.
Let's get right into the news.
We're doing the news.
You have to go. Let's get right into the nudes.
Don't do it.
Right into the news.
Nudes.
Nudes.
I have one job. All right, so nothing is completely batshit insane as R. Kelly's sex cult from last year.
No.
But still some pretty good stuff this week. Let's see. Here's the first one. You guys heard anything about the Discovery Channel special with Michael Phelps this past week?
No.
So they hyped it up pretty majorly. We had this contest where Michael Phelps was going to...
Mike, you got to put the mic in your...
I got to put it right in my mouth.
Yeah.
You can turn up the volume on the input out on the mixer too. Yeah? That should be good. So they hyped this all up that Michael Phelps was going to
I saw
race
the
a
hype.
shark. Turns out the shark was CGI.
Yep.
What? Yeah, they kind of pulled a bait and switch.
That is so stupid. Why would you spend so much money marketing this spectacular thing? Michael Phelps racing a shark.
Yeah.
And then CGI it.
Well, it's a computer-generated shark based on, the
Who cares?
Real
estimated speed of a shark.
It's a total clickbait.
Who cares?
Yeah.
I was like,
it's TV clickbait.
Well, the thing
You're
is,
right.
like, I'm fascinated by how they're gonna figure that one out.
Right, yeah.
Are they gonna have like split tanks? Do they put bait at the other end to make?
Swimmers, take your mark.
Man, and people
Look,
complain.
they're like really trying to sell this as being real.
People complain
It's
that
like side by side.
in an ocean, there's no way Michael Phelps could outswim a shark. There's no fucking way.
Well, you're not wrong, and that's kind of my favorite part of this whole thing. Is after all this hype, he lost.
Obviously,
Yeah.
you're talking about a shark in the ocean.
Which really should not have come as a surprise
How
to
the
anyone.
fuck
So this is like a multi-million-dollar
shocked.
television special.
I just think,
I'm
like,
shocked.
who cares about a CGI shark? Just tell me. You can calculate, right? How fast it goes.
Basically.
How fast
Right, we
he
didn't really
goes.
need a
This whole
demonstration.
show,
Just tell me.
this whole show could have boiled down to a 10 seconds. Like he lost by 10 seconds.
Right.
Like, you think there must have been like a boardroom meeting somewhere where they're like, guys, got an idea, right? Michael Phelps, make him race a shark. And they were like, oh, we love it. And then they went to do it, and they're like,
Can't get a shark.
fuck.
Well, it's making me think. I mean, how many years has Discovery Channel been doing Shark Week now?
They're not, yeah. They
How much is there
Was
to
this-
really say about sharks?
Was this a Shark Tank meme or a Shark Week meme?
Yeah, this
Yeah.
is part of
Okay.
part of Shark Week.
Yeah.
And they've been doing this for like 20 years now or something, and it's like
We've
you know,
explored
they're-
sharks.
right,
Let's move on
they're
to
running
another
a little
animal.
thin.
Let's
on-
get
on
Monkey
the-
Week.
Monkey Week.
I don't know, man. I feel like we could all learn about a lot about monkeys. Yo, this shit's kind of triggering me. Like you were saying, this came across the decks of executives,
Yeah.
and they're like, "This is where we're going to spend all the money. Let's get a shark up against Michael Phelps. Obviously, he's going to lose a fucking shark."
But also, I feel like there was a way to kind of arrange it, right? Like with put a, I don't know.
Yeah, a tank that is
build
exactly
something,
the width of a shark.
like 2 super long tanks or whatever.
That would have been dope.
that
like
are
a
separated
Mythbuster,
in the middle.
like a swimmable tube.
yeah.
You get the shark to cooperate, though.
Yeah.
No, a
it-
swimmable tube.
Well,
Dog.
the problem is the idea.
Right.
The
right.
idea is
Yeah,
dumb to
this-
begin with, but
right.
if you're already gonna do it,
Let me see this dumbass garbage.
Has anybody used the headline, it's a bait and switch yet?
Hopefully. We
Count
will.
it.
Can't be
I did,
serious.
Eric, by
I
the
don't
way.
believe that he's keeping pace with that shark. Oh, he's got a fin on.
Yeah, they gave him
it.
a dolphin fin. That's not regulation.
Wait, did it just eat him?
Fucking eats him, yeah.
He lost by 2 seconds. Nah, first of all, I
Closer
don't
than
even
I
believe.
would've
I don't even believe
guessed.
that.
it looks so fake.
It's closer than I would have guessed. It's a CGI. It's CGI. I think a real shark would have smoked his ass.
Yep.
I'm pissed.
Yeah.
Hopefully, the next one doesn't raise my
How
blood
would
pressure.
a real shark know how to race Phelps? I mean, does it have a brain of its own, or it's a conspiracy? to
Dude, the
me?
sharks aren't real.
The shark. Ooh.
No, I
True.
understand that, but I mean, if it was a real shark, how would you get the shark to race him?
Well, that was what was so
That's why
interesting
they
about the
did
premise of the
CGI,
show.
but
Because they're like, I wanted to find that out too.
yeah.
But then it was just a freaking CGI.
Sorry.
Does anybody know how to talk to a shark?
Any shark whisperers?
Yeah.
Samuel L. Jackson?
Sharknado?
The Deep Blue Sea movie?
Oh, deep.
Wasn't
Wow. You went deep with that. Right?
Yeah.
There's a movie called Sharknado.
Sharknado.
Because when we had the
Yeah.
Willie, we
Uh,
were always trying to talk to the Willie to see if the Willie would talk to the
fake
sea
Willie?
lions. Yeah. And
You were trying to talk to a plastic.
plastic orca,
Okay.
fiberglass well. but we assumed maybe it worked because we had a few spooks. So somewhere between the fiberglass goddess and Willie had some sort of thing going on. So
That was just the homeless guy inside the whale who had been
Help.
trapped there. Get me out of here.
He needs help.
Put a sandwich in this thing.
one time the whale, they thought the whale had gotten loose and that the sea lions were entangled with the Willie. But we had the whale out of the water, and how sea lions rest is they rest with their fin floating in the along the above the water line. And I didn't know that, but now I know that. That's all because of the Willie.
Thank you, Willie.
If you
Yeah,
had a sea lion problem, you would get a giant orca and like put it.
It's a scarecrow.
It's a
Get it
scarecrow.
out. Get him out of there.
We used it.
Or
we
it's a
used it. It
scare
actually
seal.
spooked. We had a few spooks, but
It's not really a
came back
scarecrow then, is it?
inconclusive.
Square seal.
Scare seal.
Scare seal.
Scare seal.
All right,
Square
what's
seal.
on deck?
All right, next up, this actually is appropriate for your conspiracy closet here.
Oh, good.
There's
I
a-
need material for that.
There's a company in Wisconsin that has announced that they are going to be microchipping all of their employees.
Nothing wrong with that.
What?
Oh, fuck no.
I'm already
Why?
microchipped.
How is that
so,
legal?
So it is voluntary before you
Okay.
get too upset. But basically, this is a company that they sell like vending machines. And they're trying to
What?
implement this whole thing where everybody, their vision of the future is everybody has a microchip in their hand, and you swipe it over, a sensor or something, and that's how you pay for it.
You got your credit
Okay.
card there. You
Right,
got
your
your
credit
ID
card
there.
is just like boom, right in your hand.
That's when I walk up with a fucking scanner and take all your money.
Hey, how are
Yeah.
you? Put people have
Right.
like fake, like they have like credit card stealers in their hand, and you're like, hey, how you doing?
Hey,
their
Ethan, how's
hand,
it going?
boom.
You're like,
You just get
got
a
it.
charge
Got
on your
it.
PayPal.
Yeah.
It just says like Eric.
I love the
It's
future.
coming. It's coming.
And it's on PayPal. It says "Got him" by
Got
Eric.
him.
Got him by Eric.
LLC.
So yeah, they're putting these microchips in order to kind of use the employees as a guinea pig to demonstrate
them
how
to put that
awesome this
shit?
could be.
Do they pay them?
I don't know. It didn't. Probably not. Not like any bonus or anything. Yeah.
Well, you get it
You
for
get paid in the
free.
chip.
You
Yeah,
get this
that's right.
amazing technology for free.
And
No,
we get
I,
we get to test it on your body,
hack
but you
the
get it
chip.
for free.
Well, what's insane about all this is well, beyond the fact that they're doing it at all. I've actually seen somebody get one of these
You
at
have?
CES this year. It was like kind of a thing that like a lot of people, all these companies want to move towards microchipping people. And the gun, it's like straight out of a sci-fi movie. It's like this huge, like, I don't know. It kind of looks like a.
You have a picture of it?
Yeah, I'm pulling it up. It's this huge needle. It's pretty intimidating, actually.
Yeah.
Check this out.
Oh.
Yeah, so they jam that thing in there
for
like
fish.
well,
I'm the
because they've been
fish?
chipping animals for a long
Yeah.
time.
Oh, so they just.
But this is like a new thing. But that's what it looks like. That's what the human version looks like.
Some guy chipped the fish. And he was like,
Chip the
"Yeah,
man?
try that."
They jam that needle in a good like 2
Hey.
inches in, and because they got to get it deep, like pretty much on your bone, and so it's like
Fuck.
Yeah.
Skip.
Chips
Yeah.
for babies.
So yeah,
It's got to be like circumcision. You got to get that when you're a baby.
Yeah.
Put it in your dick.
Right. And then like I'll put my arm in like a microwave or something to get rid of it when I'm older.
That's what the resistance does.
Yeah.
That's right.
We found the only microwave in North America.
It's got like
Come
a,
to the resistance.
It's got like a hole in the side because when you open the door, it turns off.
We've rigged this thing. It's really unsafe, but we'll get that chip out of you.
It becomes kind of like a mark of honor. That you
Well,
just have
that's-
this
Yeah.
like kind of shriveled, blackened hand. It's
I hope they
very-
don't have the same properties as cat poop, where you start to taste the chip after a while. It's like, oh, I taste this.
Tase the cat.
I'll put a chip in a cat. Just
I
don't like
think
cats.
they do that. So it says each chip costs $300. What do you get, like as a chip recipient? What is the perk?
It's like in a credit card, except it's in your body
That's
forever.
nah, that's what they're offering now. Like, what are they offering now?
No, I wouldn't do it.
I mean, that's the thing is when you think about it, it's like, okay, so you have this chip and you're able to go up to the vending machine and swipe your hand and pay for your snack. What
Oh,
what
here
about
it
that is
says-
something that you can't already do?
It says employees will be able to use the chip to get into the front door and log onto their computers.
Right. That's at
It's a bad
CES. That was the
proposition.
big
Yeah,
thing.
it's not enough. I have a
Sign
password.
in.
Yeah.
It's a really bad proposition.
Sign into your computer.
Looks like they're saying they put it between your,
Yeah,
your
right there.
thumb and in this little
And then, like-
fatty area here.
That's where the
Wonder
guy
if
that I
foil
saw
would
get it.
screw it up.
No foil.
What
Yeah.
about
Yeah.
face recognition? Why do I need a
You need
chip
a
in
chip.
my body?
You know the chip won't get read too, and you're like, fuck.
God damn it. Fuck.
All right, these guys are assholes.
MRSA.
It says there's no GPS tracking at all, but
He
if you have a
said.
chip
I
that
like
is
how
like
they're
an
like-
RF
It's almost like
frequency.
a wink the way they say it.
Yeah.
What it
If you
is.
put enough
Whoever
RF
wrote it-
detectors in a room, you can figure out where someone is.
That's like passing
But
a
whoever
one-time
wrote it is
tax.
like, there's no GPS tracking at all. He said.
It's a wink.
He said.
He said.
Yeah.
There's no GPS at all.
No GPS
He
tracking
claims.
whatsoever.
Right.
That's scary.
Wink.
Well, there's already a GPS tracker on all of us in our phones. What do you need an implant for?
Yeah.
It's a good point. But that's the thing: is what benefit are you really getting out of this that you don't already have?
You can
from,
log
like, a
into your
smartphone?
computer.
Easy login, boy.
Log in.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
It takes 30 days to recover, and there's a small risk of losing your hand to infection. But you can log right onto your computer.
Your bones will vibrate every time you get a phone
and
call.
you'll have cat shit in your mouth.
Shit,
Taste of
no
cat
way,
shit in your mouth.
forget it.
All right, so
You won't have a choice.
Oh man, run.
all right,
Run,
so
Mungus.
let's move on
Run,
from
Mungus.
microchips.
Run, Mungus.
Run,
Here's something a
Mungus,
little
run.
Dong Mungus.
bit. Here's something a little bit more lighthearted. They recently unburied Salvador Dali to do like a paternity test, and I guess whatever they did,
Did you just do that?
his mustache, his iconic mustache, has been perfectly preserved. And so,
Really?
yeah, like 30 years later, they dig him out, and he looks pretty much just like this.
What kind of gel is he using?
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering, right? Some good shit. Some pomade.
Is that the story?
There was one little thing they mentioned when they laid eyes
Can I
on
see
him.
it?
I love how they.
Yeah, when it's
no, they
Seeing is
didn't post
believing.
pictures of this corpse of Dali.
I would like to see his fucking.
I think he would have liked us to see it.
Yeah,
They
it
just
seems
chipped
like
him.
it would have been up his alley.
they chipped
They
his
chipped
ass.
him.
They dug him up to chip his ass.
They're chipping all of our bodies now after we die just to make sure.
But there was actually like a lot of excitement about this in the art community. And my favorite quote from this article is, the person who was responsible said his face was covered with a silk handkerchief, a magnificent handkerchief.
A Prada
It just,
handkerchief.
yeah, I don't know. So-
Handkerchief was completely raggedy and fell
They
apart.
dug his
mustache
corpse
was
up
perfect.
for this.
Just-
They
Can they just
desecrated
do
his
that?
holy
Because I might have kids
final
like
grave.
scattered all around the place. Like, can they dig me up? Can I just like put something
Apparently,
down?
Apparently, and being famous doesn't stop them
Son
either,
of a
I guess. So.
Bitch, I wish I had known that in my younger
Yeah.
days.
Well, you're
Good
still
luck with
alive.
that.
Live,
Make sure
damn
to
it.
get
Yeah.
a pineapple
I wanna be
haircut
buried
before
in
you
the ground,
die.
let the
I'm making
bugs
them-
eat me.
They're gonna fire me into space. I'll be the
Can't
first
see
satellite.
anything left.
Well, your bones will be left, and then
the
someone's going to
bones,
dig him
but
up and be
it
like,
just-
"Oh my God, he's still got his glasses." Something like that.
That would be. That is my luck. I've had these for like 10 years.
Dude,
12 years.
those are amazing. I never
They're-
seen.
I burned my eyes doing hedges in Seattle, and my eyes become light sensitive, and so I've got these glasses, and I've had them ever since. They look safety. Bono. I get flipped a lot of stuff, but who
Kind of
cares?
like a
I-
poker player.
That's
Look.
true. I've never seen
And
this
I look
before.
like a cop because the taxi driver didn't pick me up today. So I mean, that's a new one.
I-
That's a start.
I've been
Ice.
nervous this whole
Ice.
podcast.
Is he ice? No, he's an icicle, not a snowflake.
You're iced out. And now with that watch, you're
No,
icier
no,
than ever.
no, I'm primping.
Fucking that ice.
What else we got?
Moving, keeping it in the mustache department here. Did you hear about the Justice League reshoots?
No.
No.
Okay, so they had to reshoot a shitload of Justice League
What
because it's
the
probably a
fuck?
piece of shit. And so he was already in another movie where he needed a mustache. So they've reshot the whole movie with him with that mustache. And they are planning on digitally removing it in post, essentially.
Hold
Probably
on,
spend
wait,
like
hold on.
$20
Is
million.
Wait,
that not
what?
digitally?
I think that's a real.
Is that
fucking
not a
shot.
Photoshop?
That's a strong mustache.
Wait, so if they're gonna remove it, what is the reshoot?
Okay, so he was on the set of another movie.
Right. They
They
already
required-
shot Justice League.
Yeah.
And then they realized, oh, this movie's terrible, probably.
Oh.
And we need to like reshoot half of it. And he was like, well, I already moved on. Like, I'm making this
I have a
Mission Impossible
mustache.
movie. I have this mustache for this other movie.
Wow.
They're like, fuck it, just let's do it anyways.
We'll
and
pay you
we'll
the
figure it
20
out.
Yeah, Joss Whedon's doing he's wrapping up the movie, right?
I think they brought him in to make it not complete garbage
Mm.
or something.
Well, that is
But
pretty
just look at
interesting.
this
I mean,
fucking
That is
picture.
so. They should just keep it.
yeah, just keep
It
it.
looks
Fucking
kind
keep
of
it.
rad.
Isn't it easier to do a fake mustache for the other movie than to remove it for this one?
That's a
like
really good point.
digitally
Yeah.
remove it.
Saved them $20 million.
They didn't have the money to make that deal.
You can buy a really nice fake mustache for $20 million.
By the way, Ben Affleck is completely CGI in the Justice League movie.
He was
Right.
busy. He was
Yeah.
in Thailand.
They just had a skeleton in chairs and stuff.
He sent over his vocals over Skype.
They just had Matt Damon do the whole movie, and they're just going to digitally
Yeah.
paint him out.
All right, that's pretty fascinating.
Yeah. I that fucking picture
It's a
killed me.
giggle.
Yeah. All right,
Wonder Woman's
so-
got a mustache too.
Yeah, she had a different role. Really weird stuff.
So we'll move off the mustaches. We've also got man held after deadly king cobras smuggled into U.S. in potato chip cans. This is pretty rad.
Wait, what?
This is a thing, I guess.
Manheld.
Just look at that fucking picture. Hold on, let me pause that.
Somebody died because there's.
Apparently a bunch of the cobras died because I guess
Okay.
sticking them in a potato can and throwing it in your check-on, not the best way to
Who would have guessed?
transport
Why
a
would you
snake.
want to?
Oh, someone was smuggling them like
Yeah,
that.
like a ton of like these exotic animals. Yeah, somebody I think where was? Oh, it was at LAX actually. Yeah, they customs pulled it out and they popped open this thing and like the keg with like the spider jumping out of the can. It's literally that
Except
with a
that-
deadly cobra.
You imagine the guy's face when the dude's like about to open. He's like, "Oh, should I say
Yeah.
something?"
That's time to scream.
Yeah,
That's the
be
time to
Absolutely.
scream.
done.
And the thing is,
Fuck
they
up.
they've just caught them, so this must be something that was going on for a while.
Yeah, so
Those
I
guys
guess,
don't get
I guess
shit.
it was, according to the article. This was a ring that was going on from Asia, and the guy who got caught apparently for doing this, you can go to federal prison for 20 years. They don't
Wow.
really fuck around with this. But yeah, I guess it was a bunch of turtles, a bunch of snakes, and I don't know, some other shit. But
What do you use cobras for? Was it like some medicinal?
No, you just sell them to kids.
Go to the
I mean, pretty
playground.
much.
Yeah.
There's like rare animal
Yeah.
collectors.
yeah, people
It's a
are
legit
about that.
trade. Yeah.
And you get a bunch so that like at least one will make it.
Yeah, exactly.
I
It's
don't
like
know what's
slave
shittier,
ships.
the job of like catching them or the job of
Slave.
smuggling them. Although the guy who
least they
smuggles
put it
them
in-
probably has to pull them out later.
Yeah,
Ugh.
and they've been in there for a day or two.
Yeah, they're not happy.
pissed.
They're famished though.
They're famished.
You just pour them out like a bag of chips. Idiot. Animals are idiots. We're so much fucking more powerful.
I'm
Yeah, look how
Sorry.
powerful that is.
Look at that mustache.
Look at that.
Loser snakes.
That guy's an animal.
They had to CG the smile off of everyone's face when they kept breaking during the scenes trying to talk to him.
All right, and so last one, keeping on in the animal kingdom here. So these animal rights activists in where was this? Minnesota. They wanted to do an act of eco-terrorism or whatever to save these minks. You guys know what a mink is?
It's like a little monkey boy.
It's like a little
Monkey boy.
It's pretty much just a little monkey boy. Yeah.
You have
Here's,
pictures?
here's a video of a mink.
It's a cute ass little monkey.
They're the cutest fucking thing in the world. Is basically
Oh
what I
my
want you to understand.
God.
Look at that.
My,
Just
That's
look
not
at
what
that.
I thought.
my grandma had a mink.
It's like a otter
scarf.
ferret
Monster.
thing.
I needed to commit an act of
It was
bioterror
that
on
thing,
her.
but flat like our Earth, and
And
then
all
wrapped around her
tied
shoulders.
together.
So this farm was for your grandmother. Basically, is for their fur, and so these people that they're animal rights activists. They want to help out, so they busted in and they freed 40,000 minks and released them
gosh.
into the wild.
It's a
Who the
mink
fuck counted them?
holocaust.
40,000. Well, that's how many they had there. I
Oh,
guess.
they all
They
left.
just like released all
This
the
is
minks.
Minnesota?
And, yeah, and you know what happened? They immediately all died.
Oh my god.
Makes
Because-
it easy on the farm.
They are
And
not.
then they're like, well, better go use the fur.
Oh.
In other news,
This guy
mink
did attempt to
prices
free
down.
thousands of minks goes horribly
Oh,
wrong.
they're
What?
so stupid. What idiots.
Wait, how did they die?
So it was really
Minnesota.
hot, and it's in
Oh.
well, and
I did
also
wrong.
yeah, this is not their environment at all, and it's 40,000 animals just being released into one very small area. There's no food, there's
If
no
they
water.
lived, they would have ravaged
nothing.
the environment,
Oh my
probably.
God.
Right, yeah, and they're also invasive, exactly.
Yeah,
So
now there's a
just
mink problem.
on every single
They-
level, this was a terrible idea to
Wow.
free these things, even though they're fucking adorable.
That is
Oh,
a
honey, do you smell something? I smell something. I don't know. Oh my God, I've never seen this before.
Was
You
it
walk-
sea
can you
of
imagine
minks
you walk
descending?
outside your house
Is
and
there
there's
a
just,
picture of
just
like all
corpses
the?
everywhere?
No, of the mink massacre, there's not. They
Either wants
they
pictures.
chose to censor
Either
it.
needs
I
pictures.
just want to see like what you say 40,000.
40,000.
That's
it,
crazy.
it must have been an absolute
So you got a
apocalyptic
whole field
landscape.
of.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
just-
no, and that's in the article. They're talking about how these animal rights activists, that thought they were doing something good. They should really come here and help the people because somebody's got to clean that up too. So so there's like the 3 poor saps that basically have to spend their weekend.
That would be
just
Rudy
picking
from
up
Ballard.
thousands of
Rudy
horse
be
shit.
there.
That'd be Rudy.
Let's get Rudy to do it. Rudy does anything.
Wait, so it's just a couple. Just 2 people did that?
2 people released them?
Yeah, it says the perpetrators.
Yep.
I would just set fire to the whole field.
31-year-old man and a 28-year-old woman.
Reborn.
Yeah, chip them.
Walker.
I'd chip them first.
They were on let me point this out. They were on a mink-freeing road trip that spanned 40...
Stop freeing the minks. Lock the minks up.
But that can't be real. That spanned 40,000 miles. How big is the Earth? Flat or round?
They can
about
wrap
40,000
around.
miles.
So just
Well, they
something like that.
probably it wasn't a straight line. It was one of
they're
these.
just zigzagging.
It's a really inefficient way to travel
It's
the
like the
states.
Indiana Jones
But, yeah.
map thing. They're
There's
just
Bonnie
bouncing.
and Clyde of the rodent world. They have to throw the police off their tail. Can you imagine that's your job? Like, how soul crushing would that be to just you're picking up these adorable creatures, fucking rotting corpses, 40,000 of them.
You might be being a little too romantic about it. I think it's more like.
But these 2 people who basically unleashed like this third sign of the apocalypse are like out on the road trip enjoying an In-N-Out hamburger, like, oops, maybe I shouldn't have done that.
No, that's the 11th plague.
They were on a road trip and they didn't realize that setting them free killed them all. How many
They didn't
fucking
realize the
bodies
first
are in
time.
their fucking
They're just
path?
leaving a whole
Yeah.
path of
Oh
carnage.
They're a
my God.
2-person pestilence upon the mink community.
Dude, they are the harbinger of the end.
Yeah,
These
they
two
are
guys.
the
I
2
wonder if
horsemen.
they like heard it on the news afterwards and they're like, "Was this us?" Nah,
Nah.
probably
How
someone else.
embarrassing.
Probably some other mink.
It's true what they say. The road to good intentions is paved with the bodies of dead minks. All right. Anything else?
No, that's the punctuation mark. The 40,000.
All right,
dead
so
minks.
Thank
Minks
you.
are cute though.
And
Yeah.
that was
Thank
Let's
you.
Get Right
Into the news.
Thank you.
Bravo. Thank you, Eric, for your excellent
Yeah.
into the closet.
Well, it was a
Into the
beta. It
closet.
was a beta.
It
Let me
was.
just restate
Beta.
that.
No, it was fun. I had a lot of fun. It was
Well,
great.
let's call it an alpha.
We'll keep
The
trying.
was
next
an
one will
alpha.
be
It was an
beta.
alpha
Keep
build.
trying.
I got something real juicy for next time. You guys aren't going to believe it.
I can't wait. I'm
I
fully
can't-
on board.
I can't
Will
wait
it
either.
shock us?
You guys are going to have no idea.
Global
Okay.
mink. ring.
Fuck, dude. Come on.
Spoiler alert. Sorry.
Damn it.
Sorry.
Guys, hope you had a lot of fun this week. This was it a long episode? I feel like it was a juicy long one.
Average.
It felt like 20 minutes to me. This was like nothing.
Oh, it was definitely like several hours.
Fresh air. It
It
took us
was
like a half
a
hour
whole-
to finish this off.
A
last
whole
time.
Shark Weekend on Nat Geo worth of episode.
Yeah, I gotta race a shark with your ass. And by that I mean just be like, this is how fast Ela swims. This is how fast a shark swims. Nope, she lost. That's the whole show. Had a lot of fun. Remember, all y'all out there who don't have the money or the means to support us with our products, you can support us for free by connecting your Amazon Prime account with your Twitch account, and you get 1 free sub every month. It helps us a lot. You get to subscribe for dang free. Appreciate that so much. People are saying call Joey. I don't know what. We already did.
I
ghost
don't know
stories.
why they really want us to call Joey.
God, Joey's such a phenomenon.
Why are they so worried about Joey for? Is he okay?
We call up Joey Salad sometimes, but I don't have anything to talk to him about. You guys just want to know how's Joey?
No, when we were talking about flat Earth, they wanted to hear his opinion, I think, about it.
I'm scared to find out.
I think I saw in the chat. People seem to be implying he might be a believer.
Oh, well, I mean,
Is it based on
or at least
something?
open to it.
Yeah. I mean, I saw that guy pee in his own mouth. So.
We all did.
So his opinion, totally.
I mean,
or something.
They're saying he's a flat earther, but I don't believe it.
Do they know it or are they guessing?
Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna check with him, and then we'll give him a call next
Yeah.
episode and follow up. Stick around. We're gonna take a break, but then I'll come back and read the donations and do a little bit of an after show for you guys. But thanks again. Had a lot of fun. You can catch us on twitch.tv. Such an idiot. Such a loser.
Can't do it every time.
Why does anyone watch this crap? Twitch.tv/H3H3 Productions every Friday at 3 p.m. Rudy, it's been a joy, a pleasure, a privilege.
It's been sweet. It's been sweet.
It's been so great.
I'm
Thank
going
you.
to check out East LA. How do I get there?
East LA, isn't that?
East.
Yeah, head
east.
What do you want to know? What's with East LA?
There's some good taco trucks.
Oh yeah.
Fuck yeah.
I mean, that's
you get the elotes.
You want to get some Mexican food tonight?
Yeah, that would be good. Look out, Michoacan.
You got me going now. Eric, thanks for joining us. You can check him out at Internet Comment Etiquette.
That's correct. Thank you guys for having me.
We got to get a little thing where it says your Twitter too, so people can follow you on Twitter.
I'll just wear it on my shirt.
Yeah,
Wear it.
Hey, by the way,
tattoo on your forehead.
in Seattle, a vote for Hugh is a vote for you.
Vote for Hugh Mungus for city councilman. A vote for Hugh is a vote for you. I like that.
Just put it. Just pencil it in. You don't have to tell anybody. It's our secret. Secret ballot, baby.
It's your secret shame.
Hugh Mungus among us.
Hila, legend.
What up?
God bless you.
What up?
You wouldn't beat a shark in a swim, I'll tell you right now. Dan, let's get right into the nudes. Dan, let's get right into the nudes. Appreciate you. Excellent job.
This
on
is
the
the
news.
longest ending.
And now I just want to say,
It's so slow.
y'all are great. I appreciate you so much. And I'm going to wrap it up now in about 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5.
Cut it.